What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube land? You know how I know this is going to be a good show? Because we started dead on time, and we are all here and ready for our close-ups. What's going on, everybody? Is this good for you all? Does this freak you out? Being a little too close to the too sweet. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wolfpack Wednesday. We got a great show for you today. We got a lot to talk about. I'm going to now... the joke has run its course, so I'm going to just do that a little bit there. I gotta get it. Oh, great. Focus is already easy. I think I screwed up my focus.
Yes,
all
you
right.
did.
Anyways, I did. So, welcome to the show. How's everybody doing out there? Remember, leave a comment. Let us know you're watching. We'd love to say hi to you. And I want to say hi to my guys on the panel. We got EvilSneaker. How are you doing, my friend?
Pretty good, man. How are you tonight, Graham?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Ready for a
DLO,
good show?
thank you for being here and supporting your hometown team, the New Jersey Giants. How you feeling after that 10-7 win this weekend?
The veto.
Some
The
bullshit.
veto, guys. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. It's our year.
Very much. Yeah, very much your year. Brick Artemis, the man
What is
with
up?
a foot in each hobby. What is going on, my friend? Thank you for being here again tonight.
I'm wearing a Blue Beetle shirt every week until they make a figure. Maybe Hot Toys will see it. We'll see.
Oh, you're going to be wearing the hell out of that shirt.
Look, he got shot. He's like,
I hope you got some extras, but yeah, good. Our special guest tonight is Collector Joey, the one, the only. We've been looking forward to this for a few weeks now.
Yes.
So thank you so much for taking the time to be here, Joey. We're
course.
looking forward to having a good time with you tonight and getting to know you as a collector as well as a
Yes.
person. So thank you for being here.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I love this vibe. I love all y'all's channels and everything. Thank y'all so much for having me. I really do appreciate it.
Well,
It's gonna
good.
be a good
Good,
night.
good.
It's gonna be a good night.
It's going to be a good night. I'm going to be drinking a little bit of Grandpa's cough medicine because I do have a cough myself. I feel fine. I just have this tickle in the throat, this nagging cough. So, if I'm cutting out in my camera, it's probably just me coughing in the background or something like that. I've been sleeping on the couch for like the last 3 nights. I don't know about how you guys are, if we're all married or have significant others, but it's funny. When I have a cough and it's at night, the wife yells at me and kicks me out of the bed. When she has a cough at night, nothing
She kicks you out
happens.
of the bed.
And if I yell at her, I'm sick. Leave me alone. I'm like, where's we're not on the same playing field here. Does that happen to you guys at all? Like where, it doesn't always work the same way. Like either way, like I got a cough, I'm sleeping on the couch. She's got a cough, I'm sleeping on the couch. It's crazy. So that's where I'm at.
and for me,
Is
it's
it just
different.
me?
It's like, no, it's you, dude. It's you. For me in my house, it's like, if I can get a night of rest without my wife like kicking me or like slapping me in the face in her sleep or accusing me of having an affair in her dreams, like that's a good night.
That happens
for
to
me.
me too.
I
Affair in the
mean, I
dreams
know.
is like a regular thing.
Yeah.
for my
I
wife.
had a dream.
I remember when we were first going out, and she had the first time that she's ever did that to me, where literally she said that I cheated on her in her dream, and she was mad at me literally for a week.
Oh man.
Yeah, true story. True story there. So yeah, when it's sick time, I'm like, oh, maybe you should isolate from me. You don't want anything what I got over here. She's like, she wants to get closer, and then we can be sick together.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll get some couch time. I'll take that.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, good to have you all here. Let's start by taking a look at who's in the chat and saying hello to you guys. Let's go up to the top here. We have 30 in the house so far. So why don't you guys hit that like button on your way in. Also, be sure to subscribe to all my friends' YouTube and Instagram channels. You can find them in the description below. We have Eddie Rodriguez coming in first saying, too sweet. It is Wolfpack Wednesday. Thank you for being here, Eddie. Appreciate you. Primetime Reviews, good friend of the channel and member of the channel. Throwing up the too sweet as well. Good to have you in, my friend. The Movie Cannon. Hello collectors. All superstar panelists are here today. Hope everyone in the chat able to find a good deal over the weekend. Yeah, we're going to talk about that because I'm interested to see what you guys think or thought of the deals as well. So good old Spaska, good old to see you again is what it is. So too sweet to you, my brother. Thank you for being here. Hope
What's up,
you're
Danny?
doing well.
Good to see you, bro.
Oh, we got Doc Bat in the house. Always good to have you in here. Appreciate you. Yes, he's cheering to all of his friends. Eddie also says that he genuinely enjoyed the toy hunting trip that Sneaker and I had over the weekend. So
I did too.
Thank you.
it was fun, and it was kind of spur of the moment. We just decided to go check the store out, and lucky for us, we do have like at least 3 other comic book stores within our driving radius that we could check out. So I mean, we could definitely do that a little bit more. Obviously, we'd love to get Brick in there as well. DLO, whenever he comes up, we have it planned that it's going to be a whole weekend or whatever you want to call it of like vlogging and all that good stuff. So
That'd be fun.
Pit stop Chicago. Don't forget the pizza.
Yeah,
I would promise things.
that'd be fun. They call me Queso Blanco in the house. Hello. Jazzy, good to see you. Good evening. We got Striker 47. How's it going, everyone? Came back from the new Godzilla movie. I must see. Looking forward to tonight's conversation. Yeah,
I want to see that so bad.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Daniel in the house. Hello, everyone. Nice to see Joey. We got TK Magic Shop. Always good to have you in here. What's good, fellas? Tighter FL. Thank you for being here as well. Brian Wong is in the house. Hello, bros. Ooh. Good Wednesday. Good Wednesday to you, sir. Thank you for coming in. If anybody out there is looking at Maju cases, obviously I have a bunch of videos up, might help you with your decision, or maybe if you're torn between DTOFs or Maju cases or what size Maju cases, go check out. I have a playlist called Maju cases. So also have a link if you are thinking about buying. Consider using my link. It can save you $20 as well. So just got to plug that in there as well. Austin Nicholas in the house.
Oh,
how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you joining the chat. We got Conquer Knight. Says, hey guys, speaking of sales, Spec Fiction has BOGO right now for the in-art rooted Joker. I did see that. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, we got TX Boy, 210. What's good, fellow collectors? Sorry, I had TK right below it. So excited, awesome to have all these people together. Christian Cooper, thank you for being here. Good to see you. What's up, everyone? Hope you guys are better than me. I just tested positive for COVID, dude.
No.
Get some rest. Feel better. Hopefully we can just provide you a little bit of like entertainment.
Just say
it.
Yeah, just we're gonna heal you tonight.
We're gonna heal you. Words are the most powerful.
We're the cure.
Thing,
Spread the word.
We're the cure. No, seriously. Hope you feel better. I've had it twice myself. It seems like it comes once a year for me. So I'd say in the next few months it'll be my turn again. But yeah, that sucks, man. Hopefully it goes quick. Let's see. We got Chris Santos in the house. Let's see here. My computer's a little laggy. There we go. What's up, everyone? Hey, Chris. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Oh boy. Okay. Eddie says it's that instant weather change. It went from 60 to 20 degrees in a day. Yeah, I mean, dude, here I don't know how it's been in Florida or Texas, but here it's been like single digits overnight. And then today was like the warm up. It was like 40 degrees. But how's that weather been down south?
It's been cold. It's actually cold right now, but I mean, cold to us is like 50 degrees.
Right.
So right now it's about in the 50s. A few days ago it got down to 33 when I got in my truck. So it was pretty chilly. Yeah.
It can get pretty chilly down there. So
it can get very icy over here. Like the ice is like what gets us over here, like bad.
Yeah, and you guys don't have the equipment for it either.
No,
so
we don't have
everything shuts down and
everything. Like you can't go to work. Like last year, I didn't go to work for 3 days maybe, and I built that whole Brick would like this. I built that whole the Batman Lego. So
which one?
The Batcycle, not the Batcycle. The Batmobile, the actual Batmobile.
The 89 one?
No, the Batman, the newest one.
Oh yeah, I've got that one too, man.
Not Brick's Batman.
Yeah,
very nice.
I did it all.
But I have that. I have that picnic set.
It was fun to build, especially like when you're stuck in the house. So it was cool.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Yeah.
How about you, DLO? Been kind of chilly down there. Hoodie weather yet?
Oh no, yeah. Well, clearly, yeah. It's a weird one over here because our weather is the worst, though, in my opinion, from my experience. Like last night, I was putting the final touches on the video. Shout out, it's available now. But
Yeah.
I went past the thermostat, and it was 49 degrees.
Whoo.
4 hours ago, before that, it was 72.
Sheesh.
So like it's weird. Like we'll have super cold days, right? And then by like the afternoon, we're peeling layers off because
Sure.
it's back in the
Yeah.
high 70s again.
That's
It's
how
the
it is
worst
here.
time of year for us.
Man. Yeah, I went to Texas for a couple weeks in February once, and it was a nice change up for me. It was cold for your standards, but it was nice for me because it was still in the mid 40s. So I'm just like going out wearing a hoodie and stuff. So that's pretty nice.
You can always put more layers on. You can only take so many off.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. All right, we got Tristan in the house. Comic-Con LA this weekend. You going, Tristan? You going? Brian says, yeah, be it happen. You will be sleeping on the couch. Yeah, it'll be tonight too. Dude, and it sucks because I literally lay down last night and I have a coughing attack for like an hour and I just can't get sleep because I'm just coughing. I hate it. It's the worst.
I hate that.
Yeah,
I think the worst
or-
thing is not having any taste. Honestly, that's like the
Yeah.
worst thing. When that happens, I don't know if that happened
Yeah.
that time around. But
I have no other symptoms. It's just a cough. It's just something hanging in the back of my throat. But
what sucked is when I got it, I was in New York, so like I could taste something like in the beginning of the trip, but then when at the end I couldn't taste anything, so there was like no point of eating.
All that good pizza for
I
nothing.
know.
oh,
Oh,
Oh, that sucks.
that's tough one. That's tough one. You win. You win, Joey.
Tighter says, D'Lo, my wife has the same dream.
Telling you, man.
We got Born Again in the house. Hello there, fellas. Hello. We got Wayne Timothy in the house. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Doing well. Doing well. Looking forward to a good night hanging out with all you guys. We got Jedi291. Good evening. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Cage throwing up that too sweet. What's up, Cage? Thank you for being here. Hammer of God. Always good to have you here as well. Jables is in the house. I have not seen this guy for a
Who
good
let this
half a
guy in?
year.
Who let this
Good
guy in?
half a year. It's good to have Jables back. I know he's been through the ringer this year. We're all thinking about you, man, and glad that you're back. I'm glad that you're, this can still be an outlet for you to hang out and enjoy the hobby with us. So good to see you. We got to get him on the channel as soon as he's set to go. So he's going to let me know when that is. But always good to have you in the chat.
Great to see you again, man. You've been missing, my friend.
Yeah. Doc Bat says, yeah, just a heads up. JND new announcement in about 20 minutes. Yeah, so maybe one of you guys can kind of watch that in the side of your screen or something, and we can just bring up if anything pops up.
Can we just
if there's
do a live
anything we wanna
reaction?
talk about. Yeah,
We might as well.
live watch it. We'll do a live watch
This
together.
is big.
Live
Yeah.
watch. So
I mean, what if this repeats?
Nurse
Hot
Joker,
Toys
Nurse
and
Joker.
right.
That's-
Let's see here. I think that's
my girlfriend. Yeah,
pronounce the first name for me. So I don't
Myra.
butcher it. Myra. Okay.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
up,
it's
y'all?
Myra,
Hope
dude.
everyone
Come
is having a good night. I'm feeling under the weather too, Cooper.
Uh oh.
Hopefully you
Joey, uh-oh.
Sleep on the couch, Joey.
some Mucinex and get healthy. But thank you for being here. Appreciate the support we have. Yomo in the house. Yo, how are you?
Sub, y'all.
Jazzy says COVID just a regular flu nowadays. Yeah,
That's what I
I know,
think,
man.
too.
Close to it.
Yeah, we work in healthcare in like the assisted livings, independent livings, nursing homes, and Brick and I do. It's the restrictions are a lot looser than they were, but it's still like you're out for 5 to 7 days, and then isolation and all that stuff. So I don't know. When I had it in March, it hit me hard and it sucked. I felt like I just had all the symptoms at once. But I don't think as many people are dying, so hopefully that's the case. But yeah, good old Spotchka says 22 degrees in Tennessee. Yeah, it looks like a cold front over over a good portion of the states. 32 degrees here, which is exciting for the Mountain Creek to open. We got 16 Fix in the house. What's going on, Marco? Thank you for being here. He was just on Sneaker's channel. Was that Monday night?
Yep, Monday night. Yeah, for an episode of The Collector Tour. Yeah, great episode. Yeah, Marco, it was really nice talking to you, man. Great turnout for the stream, too. Marco brought in all the collectors on that night. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. If you guys haven't seen that episode, yeah, you can go check that out. But yeah, really nice talking to Marco and kind of his insight into collecting.
Yeah, that was a really good show. I really enjoyed
was.
that. So good stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you. Brian says it's 365 days of 90 degrees in Singapore.
Wow.
Dang.
AZ Figs, sup fellas, dope shopping vlog the other day. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. I was a little nervous because I don't like filming in public. I just feel weird.
I kind
But,
of tell you. Asked like, can we film? Can we film?
Yeah, it was.
I was laughing when I saw that part.
Yeah, it was. It was like I said, it was on plan. I just decided to do it that morning, and I'm glad I did it because a lot of you guys enjoyed it. It's definitely something I want to do a little bit
It was
more.
a lot of fun for sure.
Bonehead in the house. I just get banger headaches when it comes to COVID. Yeah, that's the other thing too, man.
Yeah. Same with me.
Reverse Zeo in the house. Hello, everyone. What's going on? Too sweet to you.
Carlos.
Let's
What's
see.
up?
Jazzy says, Brokeback Joker, Heath Ledger. Here we
Oh
go.
my God.
Tylenol every 4 to 6. Motrin every 4 to 6.
It's good advice.
We got Eclectic Collector. Hello, everyone. Hello to you. Payton23. Good to see you in here, my friend. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Make sure we didn't miss anybody. We got 6 Scale Mafia. If you don't talk about I Am Groot, I'm a riot. It's on the back burner. Maybe we'll save a couple minutes for that. If we have time, I definitely want to talk about that. Is anybody getting that? Anybody even interested in that?
I thought it looked cool. I saw
It's cool in theory.
Yeah, I saw MRC's.
Yeah, we talked about it.
MRC's little short for it. It looked cool. Like to have just like in a media room or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's one of those things that's really hard to like fit in a 1/6 scale collection unless you have it on your desk or in a media room or kind of somewhere separate. Because even it's not even like we talk about quarter scale sometimes. This is 1-to-1, so it really doesn't. It's just a very hard figure to fit into the collection, but it looks cool. For a while, I wanted the first one that they made, and then I just never did it. And this one's cool because it's got pajamas. But
How much is it going for?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Like $300 or something like that.
Well, that's not bad. I mean,
Not bad.
Buy it.
You get the Chia Pet, accessories, so it's pretty cool.
It's like
I mean, if you want the figure, if you want Groot, like it's not a bad price.
It feels like the figure, like if you were in a situation like, oh, I like that, I might pick that up one day, and then something else comes out, and before you're like, oh, maybe we'll see.
You just forget about it.
Ah.
Oh yeah, they did that.
Ooh, new Star Wars figure.
Right? Yeah, that would definitely be one of those where I'm like, yeah, that would be cool. And then all of a sudden, something else comes out and I totally forget about it. And it doesn't ever pop into my mind again. So,
Sure.
Yes, Eddie says, like. Yes, please like that button. Please hit that like button.
Please like that button, baby.
Please like that like button and hit that like button. Slap it for me. All right. Let's see.
Just stamp it.
Mafia says he's kidding, but it looks neat. Yeah, it does, but not for me. Hey, we just gave Baby Groot like 2.5 minutes worth of screen time here. I think we got it. We'll see. Andrew James in the house. Whoa, look at these awake and live. Look who's awake and alive. I hope you're doing good, man. Hey, hope you're doing good, Andrew too. Good friend of the channel. Thank you for being here. All right, so we got Gambit in the house. Has anyone received the Batcycle? There are many people selling around my area for $550 already.
That's crazy, man.
Give it time. Just so that early rush.
If you miss a Batcycle, still available on Underground Figures, and they are about to get it within like the next couple of weeks. So if it's still available for pre-order on there if you guys want to try to pick it up.
Anybody secure one
very soon? Me.
Just us two? Just us two.
Yeah.
Joey, come on.
Don't overpay. Still available.
No. But you know what? I did find it very interesting that it does fit in a DTOF. I thought that was that kind of convinced me a little bit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna say I'm gonna get it yet.
Are you getting the Batman?
Yeah, I got the all in or whatever. Not
with the signal,
not the in art, but the Hot Toys. Yeah, I got everything with it. Yeah, so that's why I kind of was like maybe, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, that'll be dope. I can't wait for that figure to come out.
Yeah,
But
it's gonna
we-
be. I got it on Pop Collectibles because I wanted to be like kind of get it fast and get that review out, you know, because it's a bigger figure. So I did that with Darth Vader too, but those are the only two
Sure.
figures I did that
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat where if there's something I really want, like day one, I'll go to like the Toys by an Agent or something, and
Yeah.
I may or may not review it. Usually, if I'm already kind of getting it day one, I'll try to review it anyway because you're already getting
Yeah.
it. So, but yeah, some things I can wait on, and I don't know about that Batman. I don't think I'm gonna be able to wait for Sideshow to ship it out to me. So
Yeah.
that might be day one. All right, I'm just making sure. Haven't missed anything here. Missed anyone either. Okay, does that mean Batman will be coming soon? I would assume. Assume
everything
that
else
Batman's
is-
going to be coming in December.
Yeah, everything because we saw that Darth Vader was supposed to be released in November or December and got pushed back, but the Batman was the same time frame but never got pushed back as well. So that's kind of shown, and everything
that's a
else
good
is everything else is being shown as coming soon, like the Batcycle and the big light or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Batcycle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
those are
Batcycle.
both
Yeah.
shipping like
Mm-hmm.
any day now.
So I'm pretty sure that they're gonna come out with it soon.
Dude, and hunker down, everybody, because this is what happens every December, where Hot Toys comes and hits you over the head with all these releases.
3 days.
I don't know
in
if
a
it's
row.
by design or not, but every year this happens. And we had
What are they
what,
trying
three
to, like-
releases in 3 days?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, 3 in a row.
the following weeks we didn't have anything to talk about on the shows, and then now
Right.
we got too much to talk about. So
Right,
it's
we're
crazy.
bombarded.
Yeah.
So
It's like last minute quota.
right. So what are you guys' thoughts on that? Like, do you think there's any rhyme or reason? Do you think it's, there's a tactic to it, or how do you even treat it? Like, do you go in knowing like December's going to be crazy, and you kind of just prepare yourself? Anybody can jump in. Just what's your insight on December? That'd be like the storm that they call it, and like how do you react to it?
I mean, I'm kind of safe because I do all payment plans. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm more excited than I am anything like worried about it, because I mean I've been paying these off all year, so they're all already paid off. But I'm happy they're coming though. I know a lot.
Yeah,
of
I'm
people,
kinda-
I know. Sorry, Marco. I said it goofy, but hey,
I
it
wasn't
got the
gonna say
job.
that,
It got the job done. Okay, you got the job done.
but- Oh, that's
Shine the big light.
DLO, what do you think about the whole rush in December? Do you think it's because of Christmas? Do you think it's because it's just the end of the year and they're just trying to catch up?
Yeah, I mean this happens every single year. It's just kind of one of those things where, like, if you keep track of the entire year, how the flow of announcements to releases, and then it's releases to announcements by the end of the year, it always kind of checks up the same way, more or less. It's kind of a little slow in the first quarter because you have Chinese New Year, then you get an influx in the middle of the second quarter, then you get a little bit more, but there's more announcements in that, and then eventually, after all the delays and everything else that's been falling behind, suddenly you get walloped by the end of
Right.
the year. So it's kind of a trend that's been like that for a couple years now that I've noticed. So it's no surprise that we're in the last part of the month of November now, 1st of December real soon. And then now we're getting, what is it? We had a couple we're going to talk about today. Cap Van, we have Wolverine recently here, and possibly this Batman as well too with the Batcycle. So I mean, it's all coming, guys. It's all coming at this stage here. So it's nothing that hasn't been said all year. This is the, like as Graham put it, the storm. So it's just, if you've been doing what you've been supposed to be doing this whole year, like Joey on his payment plans, you're going to be fine. If you're someone who hasn't and you're just kind of winging it, kind of like me, well, you just got to prioritize. So keep the course.
Yeah, and I appreciate your insight because obviously you've been collecting for longer than us. Joey, when did you get into the Hot Toys game?
May of 2019. So
2019. Okay.
yeah, 2019.
What was
I got-
your first figure that you pulled in that like made you say, okay, this is
Well,
something I want to do?
Infinity War got me into it, so I really wanted an Iron Man, and I saw the Mark $250, and I was like, man, that looks sweet. Got it in hand. I was like, this is the coolest crap ever, and I was like, I gotta get a Thanos for it now. And I kind of did the first pose I ever did was whenever he like held Tony's head and like said they'll always remember. I forgot what he said. I hope they'll remember you or something like that. I don't know if y'all remember that after he finished fighting him. That part, and I loved that pose so much. And after that, it was just history.
Did you collect anything else like that bridged you over? Were you into Funko Pops?
Yeah, Funko Pops.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So I did try to like on my other channel like do Funko Pop videos. I just made one, but it was like the first light up Funko Pop was like was an Iron Man. So it was an Iron Man that had like the light on his arm. And I made a video on how to like keep the light on forever, because usually you just click the button and it stays on for like 20 seconds. But I made a video on how to just keep it on with a button, and that one got like 2K views, and I was like, So I started making like dioramas. That was on Collector Joey channel, was like dioramas, how to make them for the detox, yeah. Okay. And then like my girlfriend noticed that I uploaded one. And then my girlfriend noticed that like people were asking me like, hey, how do I do this? Hey, how do I do that? I was getting views. And I was like, so I'm pretty good at this. I'll start doing this. And then it got too messy. And then I was like, screw it. I know this is going on a tangent. I was like, screw it. I was like, screw it. I'm just going to start talking about these toys, and boom. So that's how it kind of started. But yeah, 2000, I'm glad that I know everybody's like got in during COVID, but I was like right before that. So it was pretty cool, and I know that was like a big time right there. But that Mark 50 was amazing that I got. So that's what made me love this.
That's awesome. And did you decide like you were just done with Funko at that point? Did you like sell it? Do you still have some?
I still collect them. I don't know if you guys seen. So No Way Home. I have all the No Way Home ones. The No Way Home has like a whole diorama. You collect like all 8 of them, and it's like all of them fighting on the what is it? The scaffolds or whatever. They're all fighting in it, and you could connect them all together, and it looks like they're all fighting together. Those are the only ones I've collected recently.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're pretty cool. But I do have like one of my Funkos was Dirk Nowitzki, and he got up to like $1,000. So wow. I thought that was pretty. Yeah, I bought him for $250. And I got it signed by him as well in person. That was just awesome. That's
remember you shared that video with me. That was pretty.
Yeah.
Or at least I saw a bunch of those videos where you got to like meet those guys and get their signatures and stuff. So you go to like a lot of basketball games and stuff.
I used to a lot before the pandemic. I would like I showed you like me meeting Luca. Like he straight up just came to me, and I met him twice. Cool. Yeah, I met him twice, and I thought that was so cool. It was so fun. But then like waiting in the line, like I have literally, so they have Cowboys camp here where you can go watch the Cowboys practice, and if you get there early enough, you can get the autographs or whatever. And so I just 1 or 2 years I just was taking it too far, and I would wake up at like 3 a.m. to go be in that line so I can get those autographs and see them up close. And I was just like, I can't keep doing this. So I did that for like 2 years, and I haven't done it anymore. But those are some fun times that I'll remember forever.
Who's your favorite Cowboy?
Ever or right now?
Both. Ever and then right now.
Probably I like CD. I mean, not CD right now. What's his name? Ever is going to be Des Bryant. And then,
He dropped it, by the way.
Yeah, he totally dropped it. He stole my line. Damn you, Brick.
Des Bryant.
Brick with a zinger.
No, he didn't.
Very nice.
Anyways.
Do you remember the game when the Packers came to Dallas and we were losing to like 24-3 or something at half, and then we just came back and stormed back and won.
Yeah. We all remember what it
my favorite Packers Cowboys game was when Brett Favre was still with us in 2007, even though we lost, and then that was like Rodgers' first action second half, and he looked good, and like that was like oh man, we're gonna have a quarterback in the future once Favre leaves. So that was a good game, and that's when he did the popcorn,
Oh man, yeah,
that was a great time.
I would say right now though, my favorite player would probably be Micah Parsons. He's probably
okay.
He's probably good. Yeah.
You listen to his podcast?
I don't, but I've seen clips from it. It's pretty interesting.
So so last question about football, and then we're gonna transition back here to figures. But in all honesty, in your unbiased opinion, Where do you see the Cowboys going this year?
Shit. I've put my chips on them so much. Now it's gonna be on here forever. Like always, like a Cowboys fan, they're going to the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl or bust,
Let's
baby!
Look at this. Look, they got to do it. They got to do
Let's
it.
go. And where do you think the Giants go this year?
The toilet.
The toilet.
Cheap shot, Graham. Cheap shot.
Oh, God bless
Poor
DLO
form.
if he
Poor
watches
form.
those Giants games. God
Oh,
bless.
Peyton's putting
Veto,
the
baby, the
Eagles
veto.
stuff. Oh, the Eagles fans are the worst. I'm
My
sorry,
Eagles,
guys.
dude.
Jesus
I was
Christ.
so hard. I'm sorry. I was so heartbroken by that Bills Eagles game. Brick
That
and
was a
I
good
watched
game.
together.
I wanted the Bills to win that. So
Oh,
nothing
I
against
so
the
wanted
Eagles,
Bills
but
to
like
win.
Oh, everything
we all know
against
the Eagles are going to the playoffs. I really want the Bills to make it there. So like I was rooting hard
Right.
for the Bills to keep their season alive.
That
was tough.
Look, this is going to be in the books. The Eagles won't make it past the second round. There, we're going. we're
Wow.
done. Yeah,
Ooh,
watch.
man. I think they beat the Cowboys in the second round.
Yeah.
Probably.
It sounds
Oh,
like
Cowboys
a
look
hater.
good. You know what I really like about the Cowboys? The
They do
most,
look good.
the best thing I like about the Cowboys this year is Dak's cadence.
Hey,
I'm a huge
Here we
fan for
go.
that. Something about that. Yeah, here we
Yeah,
go.
here we go.
I don't know. Something about that. I just love.
We
love
were
hearing
at
stuff.
I was at a wedding this past week, and like the photographer was there, and every time that he would take a picture, he would be like, "Here we go," and then he'd get ready and take a picture. I thought that was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Born Again says, as a 49ers fan in the late 90s, Brett Favre, Leroy Butler, and Mike Holmgren made me so mad. I feel the same way about the Cowboys in my
Oh my
childhood,
goodness.
where
Oh, yeah,
every year we'd go to Dallas and get our asses handed to us by Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin. It was just a beatdown. And then we finally beat them when they came to Lambeau, I think in 97. But
I'm
yeah,
the opposite. In my childhood, fucking Packers, man. God,
Yeah?
they killed us. So
yeah, it's nice. Nice.
I
how
hate
that
the
changes.
Niners and the Seahawks as well. because
Seahawks,
of all
Phil
that.
Mary. Oh God.
and
And
that
then the
NFC
championship.
Championship
Yeah.
game. Oh gosh.
But
Oh, yeah.
time heals all wounds, so
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
could be worse. JET, just end the season.
Rodgers might play. You saw that news?
Dude, I
that.
saw
Yeah,
that they
I saw
opened up,
that.
but it
How
why?
is that
just be a
possible?
formality.
7.
It could be a
crazy.
Why risk
formality.
that?
So.
That's crazy, man. I mean,
An Achilles, man.
they got to shut them down at the rec if they don't have a shot, right? I mean, that what would be the
They
point?
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to. They might do nothing. They even said it like it might be nothing, but now's the time to open it up. So we got Commander Green in the house. Hello, collectors. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. He says fins up. Dude, I love watching the Dolphins play as well. Packer fan through and through, but I enjoy watching the Chargers, the Bills, and the Dolphins as well.
What do you think?
Admit, I like the
Commander Green,
Cowboys too.
not to cut you off there, Graham. I'm
Go ahead.
actually going to go see the Dolphins play next week in Atlanta. I'm going to actually go to that game.
That's
So
gonna
my
be
boy's
fun.
a big Dolphins fan. So.
Drake London and Bijan, those are my boys. So go Falcons.
I went
Yeah.
to the Meadowlands to watch
Oh,
the Jets
kids.
and the Lions. I don't know how y'all do that up north in that cold weather. That's kind of where I got sick at.
Brutal.
Is freaking all the way up there at I think it was the Jets Stadium, and it was freaking cold.
Yeah,
yeah.
you just got to be built for it, man.
I'm
It's like,
not,
I wanna
just
go
not built
home.
for that.
I'm
I was
not
like
built for that.
fucking freezing in the.
We got Maria Hodges in the house. Hello, everyone. Hello, Maria. Thank you for being here. Reversio says Chiefs. We're all here for toys, but I love just seeing who everybody roots for. It's just so much fun to see all the different teams in the chat room. So
Wait,
let's see here.
I saw that right now.
Same Joker as
Oh my
Hot
goodness.
Toys and
Mhm.
in art, by
Here
the
you
way.
go.
So they're
Here
so
you
they're
go,
doing
right here.
the purple coat Joker. Looks like rooted hair. Let me just hold on a second.
This is the tease that was just shown, like the live that they did. This is pretty much all they showed. It was like a one.
So they're done
2
already?
second clip.
Yeah, it's already done.
Yeah, that was it. It was like a really quick announcement. It showed him working on that. I think it was Al Pacino that we talked about too.
Yep.
It showed him working on that.
Okay, that's a cool one.
I don't know.
But no.
Did anybody else watch it?
I
No.
did.
No.
I
The
snuck it
statue
in while
from
you guys were talking
JND.
about terrible football teams. I was keeping it on brand and watching the stream, but
Yeah, it was basically just this quick flash. Like it showed him working on Al Pacino, and then it was this quick flash of Coach.
So all that
Works, and
hype
then-
for pretty much nothing.
I was
It was a
hoping.
minute,
I wouldn't
or
say
2
that.
minutes long. It was 2 minutes
mean-
long. But yeah, it shows just so
It's
that
official
quick
now,
picture that I
so,
showed
you
up.
know.
Either
Rooted
Yeah.
purple coat Joker.
Yep, it's official.
Joker's my favorite character ever, but I
Getting
can't
tired
do
of it
another
pretty
one.
quick.
Yeah.
Same, man.
And
Joey,
especially
are you
'cause
gonna get all three? Like, you're getting Artisan Joker, right?
I'm already get. Yeah, I'm getting. I got.
Are
I
you
got the
gonna get this?
two-pack.
Are you
No,
gonna
I'm
get the
not.
JND?
No, not, I don't. I didn't even like how their statue looked. Honestly, I didn't like that one. And then I got every. I even got the third scale one right here, but no, I can't do another purple coat. That would be 5 purple coats, including this statue.
well,
The
would
purple
you
coats
still
are coming.
want to get that one though? Like, hold on, like we just saw a quick teaser there, and you probably had a chance to see it there. But if it's good, if not better than the ones you have now, you wouldn't find space for that.
I think that the in-art Joker's enough for me, honestly.
Would you?
Do you have
sell
the
your
rooted?
NR if the G&D,
No.
G&D
You have the
one is better?
2-pack, right?
Hold
I
on,
have
let
the
me answer my
2-pack.
question first.
No,
Joe,
I
hot tea. Would you? Sorry, I'm just teasing you, bud.
no.
But no, would you sell your in-art if the J&D Studios one is better and is priced around the same price?
You could not convince me unless this dude freaking jumped out the screen to get another purple.
That rooted
coated
in our
Joker.
Joker is nuts, man.
It's good. It's good enough for me.
It is.
honestly.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
silicone, I don't buy it. And plus, this thing's probably that one. If it's silicone, that's going to be 20 times more expensive. This.
That's the
good
thing.
enough
It's
for
like,
me.
where do we draw the line? You know, like even
Yeah.
if it is better, do we draw the line at just the price point? Like,
Trust me, I am the freaking biggest Joker fan. I even got my girlfriend all into Joker, the Heath Ledger Joker at least. And I am honestly like, this is too much. It's too much. And Steve can say it too. I'm always talking about Joker in the chats and stuff, and too much.
What's your
I'll-
price point, Joey? Like, what would make you consider it? Like, what price would make you consider it?
If it's the same as Hot Toys Artisan,
Like around basically like I think
Yeah.
Artisan Joker's what, like 550-ish
Yeah.
to 5 whatever your tax rate is, depending.
maybe
shipped.
4. 4 would get me more like, ooh, like. But I think it's gonna be like
Here's
6.
I think
no
it's gonna
way.
be
I feel
more
like
than Artisan.
Yeah.
Silicone, like it's probably gonna be
Yeah.
6, right?
Yeah,
would think
I was
that's
thinking
easy.
6 or 7. Yeah.
Too much.
starting a poll here. If so, guys, vote. Are you excited about the JND Joker tease? Yes or no? So go vote. We'll check that in a few minutes. But it's weird. Are they just trying to be super safe? Like, why would we? You know, Hot Toys just announced theirs. You know, InArt came out with theirs before that. I just don't understand. Why not try something totally fresh? When
I wonder. I think some of it too is like when are like are they going to release this around the same time that Hot Toys releases their Artisan version?
They're
I feel
not
like the
gonna sell
release
much of this
the
one.
release point is going to be like an interesting because like are they trying to actually like release it at the same like in the same window or like the same time period to try to compete and see how it
don't you
does
think it
at
would
that
take time though to be able to compete with Hot Toys? Like, don't you think
Well,
they
another thing too,
gotta
it's a limited. Hot Toys is limited, so it's just I don't know. It's,
right?
If it was
a lot of
Nurse
Jokers.
Joker, I would have already like I'm getting it.
Well,
for
and
sure.
they've probably been working on
Right.
this figure for a while too, so it's not like they might not even have planned this, and they're just, you know what I mean? They've probably been working on it for
Yeah.
a year or longer, and all of
They
a
said
sudden
it's
the
been
artist
years
got-
in the making.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
gonna say like a prior
Yeah,
stream
well,
they had when they announced the
revolutionary
first
work,
one.
right.
Like they said, it's been like 5 years at this point in R&D with the
Yeah.
1/6 line. So, I mean,
And-
until we see more, obviously, just keep your expectations in check there.
Yeah.
But you got to respect the hustle there because I mean, you guys like absolutely right. Why another Joker? Why not something different? Maybe even an Earth Joker. And I think at this point here, why not put your money where your mouth is? They're probably going to come out and say we're going to have the most definitive Joker out there. And
Yeah.
you've seen 2 different companies do 2 different versions of the same Joker. Why not jump into the game if you think you can be better than theirs? And
Yeah.
we're
And if they-
always praising InArt. I mean, you guys love your
Right.
Joker there. I get it. Respect to that there. But like the way the fandom is for InArt, because of the quality that it brings to it there, the premium feel, as everybody likes to remind what those are. Well, if J&D is going to offer that, but if not better than InArt, then why can't we take them as a serious competitor to at least InArts? That's
Oh,
how
yeah.
we know more.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I think that they'll at least be a serious competitor to InArt. You know, some of it depends on what's going to be their niche. You know, or their niche. You know, what are they going to go after? You know, is it going to be like, is InArt still going to have like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and then, you know, a couple other stuff that nobody's doing, or, you know, are they going to completely wipe them out? Like, I don't know, but yeah, it's just weird. Like, Ryan says, I think it's going to be for a different market. They seem to be leaning into the silicone for their 1/6 offerings. It's going to price people out even more than in art. And I agree with that. And I am totally like,
It's a lot.
I have a line drawn in the sand of what I'm willing to spend, no matter how good it is. So, you know, this Joker could be amazing. And I'm just not going to be in the game.
And if it is the best Joker that there is, you know, if it comes out and it's the best Joker, it's going to really help them in the future with their future figures that they come out with. So, and then people are going to start looking at them even more.
I was laughing at that comment.
No, yeah, but no, I mean, I think that's really going to help them. Now, if it ends up being a lot like in art, you know, and you can't really pose it like DLO has mentioned in the past, you know, just a 1/6 statue pretty much. You know, and I don't know if those were DLO's exact words. I'm sorry.
Those are my exact words.
I respectfully disagree with that.
But you know, maybe JND, you can pose it a little differently, and it's more of that Hot Toy style, but you know, in art's quality.
And to Rick's point, though, that video that we showed the other day when we were looking at the demo for the Al Pacino sculpt and the fingers and stuff like that, that's what they showed in the teaser there. So I don't think that's a coincidence there. I think they're trying to show that their figure is going to be built. Yeah, it's going to be silicone.
All their figures are going to be silicone.
It's going to be different in that regard. That the posability, they're pretty much telling like, hey, you can pose this shit. So it's like,
I wonder what the sculpt is going to be like. That's going to be that's going to be the main thing, because if it's silicone and the sculpt is not as good as Hot Toys or in art, people, you know how people get about
you got to
sculpts.
nail that.
Like you have to nail the head sculpt.
Yes, and Sneaker, we saw that Al Pacino when he like turns his neck. Imagine what that's going to do to the Joker's scar when you move, like if you can move his jaw or move his
that's a great point,
or something.
It's just going to depend on like how much R&D they put into it and how good they make it. I just want to go back real quick to like a point that DLO made about like why not show that, you know, I think it is a smart, and like you want to show confidence when you're entering the market, and what's the way to do that? You make a figure that both of the, I guess you could say, I mean, we know Hot Toys is like the top company. In art is obviously competitor. What do you do to compete with those guys? You have to show a product that they're doing and see where you have to put your, like DLO said, money where your mouth is. You have to put your product up against their exact product, and then have the people decide, okay, like this is a worthy competitor. Like what better, who's going to get who's going to make, like what more is going to make buy-in for your company than putting out a figure as like, obviously like as hot as the Joker. And if people say, wow, like this is really an on-par product, and best case scenario, this is better than those, that's going to get buy-in to their future 6-scale figures, right?
To add on to that there, just to kind of put in perspective where it's in the realm of possibility that collectors would, you know, gravitate to this new potential line from JND, simply because if you told me a year and a half ago that 1/6 collectors would be willing to pay $1,000 for a rooted Joker head sculpt or 2-piece, whatever that there, when we were complaining at that very time about the prices going up with Hot Toys, I would told you you're crazy to think that we would pay that kind of money. But collectors have dished out the money. They did put their money where their mouth is when In Art came out with their product, and they supported it. Regardless of how you feel about the product or not, collectors, for a company that has no track record of 1/6 figures at all, dropped $1,000 on a 2-pack from a company that makes statues. That's got to count for something, right? So at the end of the day, if I believe, at least most collectors, if they're in a position to where it fits their budget, and this is a superior product to the ones that we've had so far from the other companies, I think there's a good chance that this can be a very successful line. Just maybe not as mainstream as the Hot Toys, because I don't even think In Art is as mainstream as Hot Toys, but I think it'll eat into
it'll take a while to hit mainstream.
I think it'll eat into the In Art market for sure. Yeah. If they produce something at that quality, if not higher. Because I think collectors would definitely, because it's the character at the end of the day. We don't care about the company. We care about the best possible character or representation of that character.
Yeah. And even if we are fatigued on Jokers,
he can't get enough. He's going to buy this one, like Zio said.
And even if I was just going to say, even if we are fatigued, like, and I'm like, nah, I'm passing, and I draw the line in the sand, like I said, but I'm not going to lie. If this thing comes out and it's like amazing, it'll still at least make me double think my decisions and, you know, throw out like all of my rules and my morals and stuff like that. Like I could see it because while I am fatigued and I'm like, yeah, I got my In Art Joker, you know, I do have the sculpted Hot Toys pre-ordered, and I'm not even sure I'm gonna get it, but we'll see. But I'm just saying, like, it's Joker. We're fatigued. We're sick of it, but at the same time, he's iconic. We all love him. We'll see what happens. But I want to get to Jazzy's question. So if it's $800, would you guys cop or would you drop to steal something from Joey's show here? I'm gonna start with Joey since it's kind of your thing.
Drop immediately, even for half that.
That's a lot.
No.
So okay, let's just say silicone, amazing portrait. The likeness is there. What else do you guys think they might do?
You were already convincing me a little bit.
I think another thing is like they should tweak the sculpt to be a little bit of a different expression than what we're getting from Inart and Hot Toys. They should give it.
That could change the figure and how it looks.
Because that's like kind of how that's kind of the justification too. If you have an Inart Joker for Hot Toys, is like the Hot Toys one has a different look. They have the tongue, like the alternate tongue sticking out. So it makes you justify having both. Like that's something that they want you to do too. Is like, well, if you do have one, we want you to still want to buy ours too. That's where like they could. Where JND, if they do something where they tweak the sculpt a little bit, you look at all the customs they do, right? There's so many customs, there's so many different facial expressions they can do with the Joker. So I would say like the sculpt needs to be a little bit different of an expression than
maybe
the ones that we already have.
A smiling one and
smiling.
Well, then my question would be like, how do you attach the silicone head sculpt? Is the silicone head sculpt removable, or is this like integrated into the body?
It's connected to the shoulders, right?
It's got like a whole thing.
So like, is that how is the body just going to be like a standard what we get with the other articulated bodies, and then like the arms are going to be the same thing, where like silicone arms like peg in or magnetize in, or
well,
like,
I saw
those are questions we don't know yet.
Austin Nicholas showed me a video where this guy, I think he was working with JND, and it's like a silicone arm, everything, no wrist peg or anything.
Yep.
Yeah,
and it still could move down, like, and it stayed there. So,
but like, how does that connect at the elbow, or like, how is it integrated into the actual like articulating body? Otherwise, you know what I mean? Like under the clothes, does the silicone just end, and then you have like all this plastic?
Yeah, I don't know.
And will it come with a diorama? What happens if that silicone breaks?
What's their lead time going to be if they've been working on this for 5 years?
It's a lot. Another thing, I just want to bring this up too, Joey. You said you didn't really like the JND. I think is it the 1/3 Joker? I forget what one it is. It the
it's the 1/3 Joker. Yeah, and it's very pricey. I didn't like.
So if they make the sculpt look like that, is that just a no?
If y'all have seen that, I mean, they say it's so accurate. I mean, but he's like literally leaned like this in that statue. If you guys ever seen it, he is leaned all the way over. Like it just looks weird. I know he was like that in the movie, but it just looks weird on a statue.
I don't love the statue look either compared to like some of the other ones, like the Queen Studio statue. I like
those are
better.
Good. This one's even. I know this one got a lot of crap whenever it first got announced, but this one looks really good in person. I like it. And especially it has 2 face sculpts. So.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It'll be interesting. And, you know, Joey, things will change once this thing, like we see it and
I
stuff.
think it will too,
feelings will change, but
yeah.
Unfortunately.
I wonder too if like, are they gonna articulate the jaw in any way? Like that's another.
You know, and then
crazy.
That could really, with the scar, would be amazing.
If you can if they can figure out a silicone articulating jaw and you can open the mouth and stuff and do something like that would be next level.
Like they could, if they came out with really good accessories too, like a bazooka is one that I would really want. The pool sticks is a good one.
That would be a
good
one.
Not just what else? A mask, another like a mask that he had in the movie. Even other masks, like Hot Toys did I had the exclusive one where it came with one of the other guys' masks. I forgot the name of the dude. There's so many accessories that he can come with. It's crazy.
That's a good point. Like you're doing the same figure, but let's make him as different as possible, and as you know, make him better. You know, if you can do those 2 things, then I think there is going to be a really big market for this. It's also nice to have another third company kind of in the mix, just to create. I mean, it's going to have its pros and cons, I think, but you're going to have a third company to come in and, you know, maybe they're doing something totally different and giving you other options. But do you guys think this drives up prices even more than, let's say, they do come out with like $800 single pack because it's silicone and stuff? But do you think then, kind of with what Inart's doing, like, well, we're going to come out with a $500 piece. Well, now Hot Toys is like, well, then we're going to come out with a $400 piece. You know, it's kind of like it's driving the price up a little bit. Do you guys see that happening, or do you think that's not really an issue?
I think
that's probably a probability that it's gonna wind up being that way, simply because
I don't like that.
well, it's the fortunate nature of the beast, though, right? Because I mean,
They're competing.
JND is on the statue side of things here. I mean, I'm not a statue guy, but I know enough to know that JND is one of the most expensive statue companies that are out in the market right now. So
it's scary,
and obviously they're always emphasizing, because I kind of sneak in and watch a couple of those streams as well too. And when they talk about their stuff, they're more about truly building the best potential quality statue they can make. And if they're going to bring that mindset to 1/6, then obviously that scares us naturally, because we know that means dollars. I mean, everybody said that literally the second every time I hear a comment about JND suits, it's about the silicone and how expensive that's going to be. Now, I don't personally know the cost of silicone, so if you guys
last?
Let me know. Yeah. I mean,
I think it's more the R&D that's like the work that's going into it, and like material wise maybe it's not, but like them spending so much time making it initially and like making these figures, everything that's gone into R&D, like you got to get your money out of all that time you put in creating it. You know what I mean?
Maybe, but also every business starts off with a loss. Like, I don't know realistically if NR made a profit on the 2-pack from that. You know what I mean? I mean, it's trial and error there. They haven't put out $1,000 figure since that. So think about that for a second. And they've scaled down a little bit on what their offerings are with their other announcements they've made. So it's all trial and error. But I think at the end of the day here, like, if you're going to find a market in 1/6, and 1/6 is very picky. We are we're very specific about what we're willing to pay initially until something comes out. Then we talk about it, and then we do crazy things to get these things, right? But all the same, if they come in at a reasonable price, I'm not going to say, when I say reasonable, I don't mean like Hot Toys price. I think that's
I get it. Yeah,
I don't think that's realistic to think. But if it's coming in at in-art prices and people are buying in-art figures, I think that's where the real battle is, because I don't think it's going to be a Hot Toys JND conversation. I think it's going to be an in-art JND conversation at the end of the day. I don't think it's going to be nowhere close to what a Hot Toy offering would be as far as price is concerned. But if it's close enough to in-arts, and it is slightly better than in-art, if not far superior, I don't see a reason why they're not going to be successful with this. I just don't.
I agree. And, like I said, we're all fatigued, but end of the day, most of us love the Joker, so it's going to be like, but that price point is going to be tough. Like,
which
can only go so far, man.
What if we're wrong? And it's like, let's put this in
$500,000.
Let's do a quick, like, a panel survey here real quick. If JND was offering this Joker with everything we just talked about right now for $500, who here on the panel would get it?
I don't have a Joker, so this could very possibly be
Joey, raise that little hand of yours.
He's just like, okay.
It's just not going to be that. There's no way.
It's going to be. I think it's going to be $750.
Yeah. With their third scale statues being like the Batman Pattinson was $2,800. Like, there's just the price. And I just want to mention one other thing too is JND said this figure is going to be limited. Whatever that may mean, whether or not they're going to number it or whatever. So that's another thing, is like, they're going to probably, if they're limiting this, look at what is happening to in-art Jokers. They're sitting on a buy one, get one 50% off on Spec Fiction, and they're all over BSTs right now below retail. This figure is going to, like they said, they're going to make it a limited thing too. So how, like, moving forward, are there other figures going to be limited? Are they going to do that for their whole 6 scale line? That kind of remains to be seen too. And I want to mention one more thing too, because
one more thing. Okay, here we go.
One more thing about the third scale Batman, the Pattinson, is a lot of people had problems with how that figure was packaged. The rooted hair head sculpt was floating around in the box when they got it delivered, and people had damage on their head sculpts on a $2,800 statue. That is not okay. So like, they need to fit, if they want it, like, that's something that you just cannot overlook when it comes to anything. So I just want to mention that, like, they need to make sure that they, like, I know we're talking all good stuff, but like, that's a really big glaring issue. Like, one of the best things is, like, they have a really premium packaging experience and unboxing. Like, that stuff is important too. I don't want to overlook that, because that was something where, like, people were having issues where they had a literal full-on damaged, like,
didn't Riley's come like that?
His was loose in the box, I think, but his wasn't damaged. But some people had, like, significant, like, head sculpt damage for this statue, and that's just crazy. You know what I mean? So I just want to bring that point up. That
good point.
that stuff needs to be like on point too. If you're going to put it, we talk about premium, not just the figure, but like the experience of unboxing it too. I just wanted to bring up that kind of like side note for that, because that was like a glaring issue that I heard about the statue.
Let me I ended the poll, guys. We got 73 in here. Only 36 of you voted. Come on. We got are you excited about the JND Joker tease? 72% said no. 27% said yes. But 36 voted. So I'm going to expect more people to vote the next time that I put this poll up. But let me just quickly get into some of these chats, because you guys are, you're lighting up the chat room here. So I want to get you guys included too. Payton with a little comedic relief says, Armory build some Jokers. I mean, at this point, we're going to be able to. So, that's definitely, I mean, that's in Joey's future for sure. So, Eddie says, all this means is market price will rise even higher. That's what I'm afraid of. Hot Toys is like, well, if you're willing to pay this much for in-art and for JND, then, we'll just keep inching our prices up even more too. So scary. But Sunnyvale in the house. Hey, folks, thank you for being here. Appreciate that. Hopefully this means I can get a Hot Toy sculpted Joker for cheaper now. There you go.
Nothing wrong with that, Jables.
Yeah, it depends. I'm curious to see obviously what it looks like. What's going to be different? What's going to make it stand out from the other companies? But then two, when's this thing coming out? Can anybody get a figure out before a year and a half? Like, that would be ideal. So we'll see. But yeah, if it's limited, that's going to be tough.
After that, though, they said 8 figures is what they're going
per year.
For. Yeah, and in 2024.
That's pretty good.
To release or announce?
They said to announce. I'm not sure about release, but I think they have 8 announcements for next year.
Okay. You got to start somewhere. Not sure how the paint apps will hold up on silicone, especially if you're moving the figure around. I mean, that's the thing, like, where you're going to be paying top dollar for this. And then are there going to be some like growing pains with JND getting into 6 scale? We know that they do statues, but like, it just remains to be seen.
I don't think so. I don't think so. My gut says no, based on.
But
like,
even not the paint apps, but something like, how is this going to work?
Like me and D'Lo talked about, they've been R&Ding this for years. So you think like all this stuff is thought about. If they've been working on this for 5 years, that means they've probably had a couple prototypes sitting there for a couple years that they've messed with and moved around. Like, okay, this is lasting or this isn't working, and they've worked on it. I would hope that they would have thought about that, making it like that this is going to have some longevity to it.
And to know how long they've been working on it, that would be a huge blow if something were to be coming out and it has failure. I mean, it has issues off the gate, and that's like a non-starter at that point.
Yeah, I would be worried about like taking the head sculpt on and off. Like with Hot Toys, I freaking just grab it and take it off. But imagine silicone, grabbing it, taking it off, grabbing it, taking it off. Like, and your hands get sweaty, and then on that silicone, I don't know. That'd be a little. I wouldn't want to touch it as much. Yeah,
true white gloves experience now. We've reached that point. We're mature.
They call me Queso Blanco. Says, I want a motorized tongue that moves back and forth. Eddie says, slow down, Playboy. Laughing sculpt would be cool. Yeah, I mean, something different. Obviously, Hot Toys gave us a laughing sculpt, but that was what, 2012? So I mean, that one even is dated. It would be nice to get an updated head sculpt with that. So, all right, let me just see here. It's a shame we never got a laughing sculpt from any other new ones. I agree. Like, even Hot Toys, they were a little different when they kind of got that tongue hanging out, but it would have been nice if, like, I think when Hot Toys announced their figure, we were all like, okay, but there's nothing that makes it like stand out. So I still think the rooted in art looks better than the Hot Toys rooted. But again, we're just going by prototype pictures. So obviously haven't seen it yet, but Hot Toys 1/6 masterpiece. Welcome to the show. Says 800. I think it's going to be more.
Ooh, I hope not.
Let's see.
We don't know yet.
Breda mentioned that Al Pacino was sold for like a couple grand.
Jeez.
That is true limited right there.
Jeez. Yeah, Jazzy would get it. He'd be in for 500. Eddie would be in for 500. Masterpiece would be in for 500.
Artisan Joker for Hot Toys is around 550-ish plus or minus shipped. There's no way that hits that mark. There's just no way.
If it's in the 5s, I think what they're trying to say is like they would consider it. Like no one's saying they're going to pull the trigger at that. But if it's in that 5 to 6 range here,
That would be smart. That'd be a smart move if they're trying to compete. If they're not trying to compete, I don't know if that seems like, yeah, it seems crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll know when we know. I mean, we're talking about numbers and prices like we have them in front of us here, and you know, and judging it. I mean, we know that their track record, some good, some bad. I don't think I know a single company making toys or statues that has 100%, you know, rating for anything here. So, you know, at this point, I'm happy we're getting a third option. That's a positive. That's a positive we can take away from this here. And, you know, like they always say, competition always is good. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, we saw Hot Toys when they went Batman for Batman. As soon as InArt, you know, showed their photos, then Hot Toys was like, "Oh, hold on, you know, this is a work in progress. Let's show you some updated photos." So I mean, yeah, it's good in that aspect. The only thing I worry about is, you know, the price hikes and stuff like that. But yeah, it's going to be good to, you know, Hot Toys has been comfortable for a while. They've been on the top of the mountain, and they still are on top of the mountain. But it'll be nice to keep them, you know, giving them a little bit of a nudge to just make sure that they're still on top of their game. Because, you know, you start getting figures like Cobb Vanth, and you're like, what the hell is going on here? So
yeah. Awesome segue if that's
anyways, okay. Hammer God says it'll be north of 900 most likely. I gotta be out at that price. I can't.
I think we could all say that. Like, I would be out too. Like, I'm not.
What kind of mark? You know, so limited. I mean, you know what is limited? And somebody's asking in the chat too. You guys think like, if you got a 1/6 scale figure, let's just say $900. I mean, is it like 500 pieces because it is so limited? Like, to get people to buy it that are in the 1/6 market,
they better number it
to swallow.
At that
I mean,
point.
that's that. Bingo, you
have to number it.
It's got to be
seems
numbered.
like a figure that this seems like something that's very, like, with this silicone and how like specialized this is. This seems like the perfect product that you should number no matter what.
So it's good drinking conversation.
I would need an autograph, a freaking hand drawn.
Yeah, can we just like
here
before we end the conversation? Can we take it like have each other? Oh well, I'm saying like with this, can we talk? Can we just guess what we think what the price is gonna be?
Sure, it's tough because I don't know what exactly they're giving us, but yeah,
let's say we just get accessories, like what you would get with any, like compared to like a Hot Toys or in our figure.
Sure.
Everybody.
Let me just get through. I got a super sticker here too, so let me just quickly get through this, and then we'll talk about that. Don't have a Joker yet. Just started dipping into DC, but if it's 600 silicone and the face can be pose changed, I'll consider it. 600. I hate to say it, that might get me thinking. I still don't know, but I'd have to see. It'd have to really blow me away.
I mean, like Sneaker said, that's an artisan practically Joker shipped. So
right,
what's actually a couple bucks at that point?
Right. Eddie Rodriguez with the super sticker, the $1.99 super sticker. Thank you so much for the contribution to the channel. I do appreciate that. Obviously helps me to, you know, keep giving you guys content, but also keeps the lights on here. So really do appreciate that. Thank you, Eddie. Let's see. Yeah, that's the thing too. Collection Obsession says limited meaning numbered. Like Hot Toys is limited, but they're not numbered, and that pisses me off. I really wish the box was numbered. Something, the base, something was numbered to just show you like it's truly numbered. But
you don't want to get caught.
If you're paying that much, though, I do think JND is going to number it.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I mean, no,
we'll never see that in 1/6. That'll never happen. Never. It will never happen. Never, ever, ever.
Happened with President Loki's like the only one I feel like it happened with, the one with the sticker pack. It was like the ultimate edition of the President Loki.
Stickers, guys.
Put them on your lunchbox.
That's like the only one.
If you number something though, let's say 10 years from now, would they be able to do another Joker? You know what I mean? Because it's not going to be too much different. So they probably, right. But I don't. But I'm just saying, like, because of that, because like, oh, a little something has changed. I don't think it'll be numbered either. I think it'll just be limited, because then it keeps them limited on figures that they can make in the future and 2.0s and whatnot. So
I feel like that's why we haven't got the Dark Side Anakin 2.0s, because that was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So since they did that, they're trying to find a way that they could probably make that again and change it up a little bit.
Man.
Believe it or not, I'm actually going to say something here that you guys probably won't agree with, but I'm actually against numbered. I'm going to tell you why. Very simple. If you have it numbered at that point, then some collectors won't even open it up. They won't even open up
Sure.
the figure, and that kind of defeats the whole purpose of a
But
1/6
then when they
collection.
sell it to me, it'll be brand new.
Maybe you there, but also but we're talking about totally different things here. If it's numbered and it's sealed and it's limited to that where there's actual number there, you can get it graded. You can figure out how to make it more valuable there. And that's cool in theory, but I mean, who at this price tag, we're not talking about like when we were kids and we had our action figures from the toy store and we could have opened, maybe we didn't open up that one G.I. Joe and it's worth a little bit of money now, but we're talking about maybe a $700, $900 figure, depending on who you ask in the chat right now. You think someone's going to have that kind of willpower to not open up a $900 figure if it's limited like that with a number? I wouldn't want to open up mine.
And if it's numbered, you're looking at different numbers are going to be worth more. So like I know this is different, but like football cards, if you have a Josh Allen numbered like limited card and it has his jersey number, like number 17 out of the
Is it a patch card?
Yeah. So like if it's number 17, like everybody wants that number 17 because it's weird like that. So like, you know, these limited numbered figures, number 1 is going to be worth more, or number 250, or you know, those big ones. So I don't know. Yeah. Just keep numbered out of it for me too.
I never thought about
garbage.
I never thought about that. Like their number
Put it straight in the trash.
Their number being more like as the numbered card as the same number as it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Joey, do you collect cards? You look like a
I
card
have a
guy.
whole big old box of old ones. I remember
You look
I had
like a Pokemon kind of guy. You're a Pokemon kind of guy?
No. Football.
I
cards.
thought, no, listen, that was a fair question because I see your shorts and it's always like, who's that figure? I'm like, he must be a Pokemon guy.
Yeah. I had football cards. I remember I had a Marion Barber patch card.
Wow.
And I had got a stain on it during. I brought them to school, and I got those tied to goes, and I tried to take it off with that, and I messed up the card.
Damn.
Oh, it's only Marion Barber.
Yeah. So good thing.
Yeah. Born Again says, need versus want. As collectors, do you need silicone figure or do you just want it? Just want. I don't need it. You guys need it?
I don't really need any figures, I guess.
I don't know if I need it because I've never had it. It's my curiosity more than anything else.
I need to know what it's going to feel like. That's what I need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Brick wants to feel that thing.
I want to
feel it.
And you know what? If it is cheaper than we think, like I said, like this could very well be my first Joker. If it's $750 or higher, I'm not doing it. But
see, if it works out, that will be your first Joker. And that will be my Joker. I'm just kidding.
Sad but true.
No.
All right, let's see here. Casablanca says, see, now if they did a character that Hot Toys hasn't done in a decade or more, this conversation about price would be different.
Interesting.
That's a great point. Let's just say, like maybe a Terminator 2 type of figure. I mean, that's kind of. I'm trying to think. What's like one of the big 3 IPs of a figure that is in. How about this? A Joker, a Jack Nicholson Joker. You know, maybe that would hit harder with people, but I mean, obviously, it's from a different decade. So I mean, does that still hit as hard? I don't know.
It's still Joker.
I think if they did like a Luke Skywalker silicone, that would be like, for me, that would be something that would really, I feel like, pique my interest more.
I don't think Luke Skywalker is more popular than Joker, though. If I'm being honest.
No, he's not.
You know what I mean?
And Iron Man
would
do. Wait,
there's
question. No. Do we know what licenses
This is
JND
debatable.
has yet?
Luke Skywalker is way more popular than Joker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think-
Maybe.
I would say
Okay.
overall,
I will
maybe
say.
on
I
this
will.
one.
No. Okay. They've made
Poll.
so many Luke Skywalkers. These
Poll time.
Whatever. I want to.
We need a poll.
Doing a poll.
We need
Are we
Luke
talking?
We need a poll
Luke
for
that
this.
was
Skywalker is way more popular.
I think for in all of like I guess
If we're
we need
talking-
to,
if we're talking
are we saying
worldwide-
overall globally Luke Skywalker?
Yes,
Are we
yes.
saying
We're
like
talking
within
worldwide.
Are we saying
If we're talking
collectors?
global, I think Joker beats Luke Skywalker.
Oh no way.
No,
way,
I'm
no
gonna
way.
stand on
Dude,
that
they
one.
have
way, bro.
Star Wars
No way.
cons.
Dude, I don't know,
Luke
man.
Skywalker's
Dude,
the
Luke
goat,
is
and I'm
like
not
one of
even the biggest
go
Star
All
Wars.
right, the poll is
like,
up. Please
iconic
vote.
people in all of-
67 in the house. Vote on this.
Vote.
Who is right?
Sneaker and I
DLI?
finally
This or that,
agree
this or
on
that.
Put
this.
it
Rick?
on the
I don't, Joey,
board.
what did you
I'm
say?
I'm biased, but Luke.
Luke
Thank you,
Skywalker
Jazzy.
is way
Jazzy took
more
the words right out of my
popular.
mouth. Exactly. Asian market doesn't really like Star Wars, and that's why I say Joker.
See,
But
I don't
are
really
they
like Star Wars as much as you guys, but I still think Luke is more popular.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's,
same.
dude,
I-
okay,
Star
hold
Wars
on.
is like geek culture. It's
Stop
Star
it.
Wars.
Rick Artemis, you stop it right there, young man. If it was Spider-Man, you would be saying Spider-Man over Luke. You know it.
I mean, I'm a big Joker fan,
Sure.
and I say Luke is still
Interesting.
And I
just think Joker's more iconic.
barely got into Star Wars too, but I still feel like I saw way more Luke than I
Joker is
saw
more iconic than Luke Skywalker.
There's no way.
Man,
Joker's been around for almost 100 years, dude.
Yeah, man.
I know, but still, like,
Yeah, but
Luke
people
is just-
didn't fall in
He's like
love
one of
with
the best
People
villains
did not
ever.
fall in love with Joker until like '89, and then when Heath Ledger became Joker, people have loved
Heath
Luke
Ledger.
Well, fair
Skywalker.
enough. I mean, Batman
death.
did have a 60s phase there, so I mean, I wouldn't argue that there. I mean, he's had low.
Yeah, I
ups
think
and
too,
downs.
like you said, Joker's older, and it's been like there's multiple versions, and it's like transcended into this like obviously Heath Ledger was like
Star
peak
Wars is a
Joker, what people say.
phenomenon.
I'm pulling
movie
this
canon
poll up.
with the alley oop there. Hamill plays
Hamill
both
plays
Luke and
both.
Joker. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dude. Queso
I'm
Blanco
curious to see-
says, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was just saying, I'm curious to see what chat's gonna say about this one with
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah,
voting.
I'm
We're gonna let it go for
voting
Luke or
myself.
Joker.
But Queso Blanco says, "Oh hell, people would pay 800 plus for a Nicholson Joker, no question. Come on." But yeah, I mean, chat. Wow, you're surprising me too, Luke, Anakin, bro. I am your father, Luke. If you show
Alright.
people a photo of who they recognize, Joker wins easily.
Yeah.
Gambit with a spicy take. He says Luke Skywalker is Joker.
he's not wrong.
Shit.
He's not
That's
wrong.
true. That's true.
That's
Wait, so- So are we
Arguably probably
showing
one of the
like,
best Jokers,
so then
too.
it's kind of like,
Not
well, if you
anymore.
show somebody a
Yeah.
photo of Luke and Joker, what versions are you showing them of each character? That's another thing, because you like there's multiple appearances.
Old
of
man
both
Luke
characters, right?
and animated Joker.
Jared Leto Joker. Choose.
If we're if we're
Wow,
talking
not
if we're
my
talking
Luke,
nation,
and then yeah.
What's that? What
If
you
we're
got there,
talking
Joey?
You got the full
nationwide,
screen.
like-
What you got?
It was
Yeah.
the poll. Make sure y'all
Oh.
vote. There's 29.
Yeah, vote.
And I showed that I voted
Your
Joker.
duty.
I voted Luke. Sorry.
All right. Well,
No.
clearly,
you know, if we're
I'm
talking
voting Joker.
nationwide, Joker, Heath Ledger. Let's not even say Joker. Heath Ledger Joker might have a chance, but
Yeah.
worldwide, it's Luke Skywalker. I mean,
We're just
they,
like
they have
basic
these Star Wars
characters.
cons in London and Japan.
Hold on. All right.
Like,
Hold on.
come on.
What if it
Come
was
on,
like?
guys.
Well, hold on. What if it was like Hobo Luke
Okay, hell no.
from Last Jedi?
Well, you could then you could say
Hell no.
then you could say
What if-
Jared Leto.
what
Then you
if
could
it's
say
like
Jared
Joker
Leto
with
Joker.
Jared Leto Joker.
Then you could say Jared Leto Joker. You could pick the weakest
What
link
if it
of
was
each
the
character.
Joker from the
Thanks.
Batman? Like,
But that's
I
like
think-
one.
There's people though that have never seen Star Wars, and I get they still know who Luke is, but I would just think like Joker's just more like, yeah, I know who Joker is.
more
and-
people have seen Star Wars than The Dark Knight.
I would argue that there's probably some people who
Unfortunately.
don't know who the Joker
But you have
is.
the comics, like D'Lo said, Joker's been around for 100 years. Like you have the comics, you have Jack Nicholson, you have Heath Ledger, you just like the cartoon, the
Star
animated.
Wars has books, comics as well. They have animated stuff. They have, I mean,
Someone. Hold
I
on.
don't know. Jazzy, what does Jazzy say?
The inception
separate
of Star
people
Wars
have
though
played-
wasn't
no,
as
hold
long
on.
ago.
2 people have played the Joker and both have an Academy Award. Just
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Throw that out there. Throw that out there. 2 people play the same character. Same as that character.
I think
Lots of winners.
the Dark Knight is better than any
3 if you
Star
count
Wars
Leto.
movie though.
Ooh, holy cow.
Yeah, that's definitely wrong.
Whoa.
Well,
Let's
his
take it
generation,
down
though.
a notch.
His
Joey-
generation.
Joey's
I'm
hot
standing
take.
right
I
behind
didn't
that.
say- I didn't say that
What did
Joey.
you
Joe
do?
did.
is really
That was a
turning up.
Joey take.
I'll
Joey,
stand
Joey,
right
what
behind
did
He's
that.
a great character, but I don't know if Dark Knight's like a movie beyond a star. Like a
No, that's a freaking masterpiece.
It is a masterpiece.
Bro, it gives
is.
me goosebumps every time. Like there's no fail to that. That
It is a
gives me
great
that
movie.
feeling.
You have offended sneakers so much. Look how ready he is in the center right now. I've never
I
seen that
know,
man.
he is.
So he's
He wants to
going
say
mad
some
right
shit
now.
right now. He wants to so bad. Look at him. Look at
Sneaker,
him.
I'm
God,
just-
I should have got more.
Usually
Alcohol.
Sneaker and I kind of butt
Try
heads
that
with
one,
stuff
Joey.
like this,
Joey,
but
you
we're
had me
like,
until you said that, bro. I can't.
Hey,
oh, man.
I ain't
come
I
after
ain't-
me, folks.
Hey, I'll stand behind that all day. Clip it. I don't care.
Clip it. Baby Groot is more iconic. Shout out to Cisco.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's close this. Let me see. All right, let's end the poll.
Steve's
See
as
what
red as
happens.
his shirt right now.
Joey, what are you drinking, bro?
57%. So 38 votes. 57% said Luke Skywalker. 42% said Joker. I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked. I thought it was a no-brainer, but you guys are
Fake
you're telling me
news.
different.
This poll was rigged.
Yeah. Hashtag rigged.
You thought it was a
Recount. I wanna
no-brainer
recount.
Joker.
Rigged.
You thought it was a no-brainer Joker more popular than Luke.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This is clearly.
I
a
thought
pro
you were just
Star
getting
Wars
on your like
comic
Star
group
Wars
here,
soap,
so it makes sense.
soapbox.
Do you guys think Luke Skywalker is the most famous like character in Star Wars?
No, I think Darth
No,
Vader is.
Darth
It's gotta
Vader.
be no, Darth Vader for sure.
Yeah, Vader
Okay.
over Luke.
Vader.
though.
Not on crazy pills
over
with that.
So do you think Vader's more? What's your take on Vader versus Joker?
Oh,
Ooh, that's a better matchup. That's a
That's
better matchup.
tough.
I think I say if it's Luke and
That's a
Joker,
better-
it's Joker. But you're telling me Vader Joker? That's
Oh.
tougher.
Vader. I think.
But if
Vader-
it's
So you
tougher,
think
it's still
Vader? You
Star
think
Wars.
Darth Vader's more iconic than Luke Skywalker?
He's been no,
I think he is.
Because if you're saying
Absolutely.
Vader's more iconic than Joker,
dude.
and you're
They used to
saying
run.
that's saying
they
Vader's,
used to
I would
run
say like
rankings on that, dude. Like like most popular characters from Star Wars. Vader was #1 for almost 30 years. So yeah, for sure, 1000% Vader.
So would you say he's more popular than Joker?
I think honestly, I might lean Vader. If you say Vader,
I'd probably
Yeah,
lean
Vader.
Vader.
I'd
Yeah.
probably lean Vader.
So from the same series. Come on,
It's getting wild in here.
Yeah, it is.
we're out of
This is a good-
control.
This is a good topic.
In Joey's
This is-
defense,
this
in
is a
Joey's
good topic.
defense, I will say The Dark Knight is a masterpiece. That trilogy
It is.
is a masterpiece, and I would put that trilogy number 2 to the Star Wars OT. So
I don't know.
I can't say it's better, but Joey, I'm at least saying like it's
I
the
mean,
next
I was
one.
born at a different time, I guess. so,
Right.
I mean,
Well, Joey didn't start watching Star Wars till The Mandalorian, so
that's true.
that's
Yeah, that's
probably
true.
that
too.
true?
That's
Is
a
that
great
true?
point,
But-
actually.
He
Okay.
still
that
thought-
I could see why that would like definitely make you change your mind, like influence your decision on
but
that
he
too,
still
you know what
thought
I mean?
Luke Skywalker was more iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're the best person for
See,
this,
I'm-
Joey, because like
I'm
movie
logical.
canon, Darth Vader
Yeah.
is Star Wars. Very true.
I'm logical until it comes to the Cowboys. Then I don't know.
CD gonna win me a championship. Yeah, let's do
Oh my
it.
god.
I don't like that, but whatever. I'll put up with it. Let's see here. You guys in the chat. Yeah, just vote. Darth Vader is more popular.
Yeah.
Now,
argue
this
that
is the nerd stuff we got to talk about. We got to situate this stuff because
Yeah.
without figuring this out, you know, there's just chaos in the world. So.
Chaos.
I can see the
Perfectly
The-
balanced.
I can see the bottom of the poll, and I already see Vader's at 84%. So I
You
think it's
actually
gonna
put
be
a
a
poll up.
landslide.
Yeah, that's the no.
You-
Let me vote too.
Yeah,
Other
vote.
than Vader, do you guys think Joker is the most iconic villain?
I do.
Who can go? I see Jazzy saying who can go toe to
I
toe
do
with
too.
Darth Vader. I think Batman or Superman. Yeah, I think that one of those can.
Batman good as.
Yeah.
I like this Joey guy.
Oh, okay, okay. I
Batman.
thought we were talking about like a fight.
This
I was
guy's
like,
all
Batman's
right.
about to get his ass kicked.
these are always really tough. These are always like really tough. I feel like
Yeah.
just
Yeah, that.
I mean, the
this
question is
Vader
like, if-
Batman is
Bat-
tough.
How
Batman
much
wins
prep
that
time
one.
does Batman have to go against Vader though? Like that's always
There
the
you go,
question.
Rob.
another thing. Like you have like
Yes,
when you
let's go.
involve when you start involving like superpowers, and then like you have like a Force user, like it just makes it really difficult.
Yeah.
God, I sound like such a fucking nerd. Makes it really difficult when you got Force powers and superpowers to go against each other in a battle.
And we're an hour and
Start 'em all
18
the
minutes,
way.
and all we talked about is JND, and then who's the better villain and character.
So do you guys think like would you guys say like Vader's like the iconic villain for anything? Like number one iconic villain of all time?
I think so.
Yeah, I have to agree on that one there. I think so too.
Shredder.
No, I think
kidding,
Vader's
I'm
way
kidding.
okay. I was gonna say I think Vader's way
Craig's
more
like,
popular.
I don't know about that.
Get off my show.
I would say it's between Vader and Joker. When it comes to villains.
Yeah, it's a toss up.
Vader for
I
sure.
give you
is
a
ugly.
Vader.
I would even put Lex Luthor up there, honestly. Top 3.
Great villain. I
Yeah.
don't know if he's top
All right, ending the poll.
Not in my top 3, but just iconic wise.
36
Oh,
votes.
so fun.
75% say Joker. Say Vader. 25% say
Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah.
That was easier.
All right, at least I'm not totally on crazy pills here. Yeah. Hey, TK Magic Shop says my favorite's Green Goblin.
Yeah.
I would put him as 3.
Sam
Green
Raimi.
Green Goblin, for me personally, I'd put Green Goblin at top 3. I'd probably put him at 1 with Venom. Just because I'm a Spider-Man guy.
You are the Spider-Man guy.
All right. So, anything else you guys want to talk about with JND now that we haven't been talking about it for like 10 minutes?
Yes, very nice. How much?
Can we just do a
Nice.
price?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we just
Tell
do a
us how
price?
much.
Can we just do a price what we think it's gonna be?
It's all good.
Right.
Everybody guess.
Who wants to start?
Joey gets
Oh, yeah.
guess first.
I'll do 740.
Gee.
Damn.
Gee.
I was.
Is this is before shipping and tax, right? It's just
Yeah, just what they
Yeah.
tell us.
God.
It is, yeah.
I was gonna go 750, but that's too close.
Am I
to
using
Joey's.
your
I'll-
sales
I'll
tax or
go-
my
I'll
sales
go
tax?
800.
Okay.
I do 800.
800, huh?
I'm gonna say sneaker go first.
I'll say probably, yeah, I think around the 800 mark.
DLO, did you go?
No, I'm thinking.
Go.
Can I give a range? Or do I got to do an exact number?
Number.
I got to do exact
number.
number.
I need an exact number.
All right. Carry the one.
Divide
I'm gonna
by
go above all you and say 900.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the
Don't you dare say 900.
positive one, and I'm gonna go 675.
Reasonable.
I forget. Did JND when they were talking about this, did they say it's not going to be $1,000?
Yeah, they said.
They
Am I
said it's not gonna be
misremembering?
$1,000. So
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that
it's gonna
information
be-
would have been helpful to me.
So it's going to be
I'm
under.
change
I
it.
could still
30
see.
seconds
I could still see it coming in at $900 though.
Wouldn't it be funny? Like, wouldn't it be kind of like what a troll if it was like $9.99? Right?
Yeah.
JD always keeps his promises.
Yeah. Taking into consideration, it's going to be limited plus the silicone. I just think it's going to be like a premium price, but I don't know. JND, to us, market will be insane. Josh from Comic Concepts has no control when it comes to JND product markups.
Yikes. That's no
Yeah,
fun.
that's scary. That's a scary thought. They
Yeah,
mark
he
it up
says
for retailers
$9.99.
here.
Yeah. Cool. Well, you guys want to talk about some Hot Toys figures?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
that
why
works.
not?
We got time.
Oh, Boba Fett. We got a Boba Fett.
Oh, he looks fantastic. He's been working out.
He got
Cobb
skinny,
Vanth was released earlier this week, Monday.
I believe
Tuesday.
so.
Yes.
Today was
it Tuesday?
Wolverine. Was yesterday Cobb Vanth, and then Monday was Groot.
Yesterday was
Okay.
Cobb, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so.
Good
I don't want
old-
to. I don't want to do the whole. Let's go down the line. What do you think of this? What do you think of this? I just want to have a conversation with all of you guys on just thoughts that pop into your head. And I think the biggest one that even in our private chat that came up was the head sculpt. Is the head sculpt on point? Now, to be fair, it does look a lot like the prototype. And I think personally, I overlooked the prototype because it's a side character for me. I still don't know if I'm really even going to get it. Maybe down the road, but maybe not. But I'm on the side of the head sculpt is not as accurate as I like it to be. It's not terrible. I've seen a whole lot worse. It's not bad. It's just not great. So what are you guys' thoughts on the figure itself? The head sculpt, is it a winner? Is it not? Let's just have a conversation. Whoever wants to jump in first, let's go. And let's talk about what you like, what you dislike about the figure. Oh, God, there it is. Holy cow.
Come on, that's
Before you
To
jump
me-
in, go ahead, Brick.
just to me that is not good. I'm just gonna.
Is that Timothy
be-
Oliphant right there? Or is that like 60-year-old Timothy Oliphant?
I can't tell.
Sneaker's
Honestly,
steaming at the ears, by the way.
I can't tell. I think
No,
his
I got
mouth,
my thoughts. I
his
got my
mouth
thoughts on
looks
this figure
way
for
too
sure.
plasticky, like a figure that, honestly, in my opinion, that you could get pretty much anywhere. I think they slacked on this. I don't. But it's just the head sculpt. Everything else, I think, looks
Sure. Oh, yeah.
solid.
And
But
the head
the head
sculpt's not
sculpt-
like awful. But the open mouth look
For,
doesn't
for
work.
Hot Toys, to me, for Hot
Billy-
Toys, it's awful. If you compare it to other figures, it's good. But for Hot Toys, if I'm comparing it to Hot Toys figures, it is Billy Bob Thornton. Exactly.
Yeah.
What about this versus like Doc Ock that just came out? That everybody was really complaining about the
is
sculpt
better.
not being good.
Yeah, this is
You said it's better?
I think Doc
this is
Ock.
better.
I think this.
You
is
got to
better
get a
than
Doc Ock in your life.
You
man.
gotta-
It's way
yeah.
better person.
Doc Ock is way better than this.
Because that was one people were really hot about. Like Doc Ock, this looks really bad. The
Ooh,
smile, like
wow.
they
I
should
think
have done the
hindsight is
smile.
2020. I think people would
The
agree.
chat
We have
is
Doc
on
Ock.
fire
This is
with
better.
His mouth
Doc Ock
mouth
better.
looks like a pug. It's like the teeth
They're-
come out.
they
like
did the
this,
same
like it's
thing with the
just-
Obi-Wan, and it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't work.
It's not just that
The mouth is all.
forehead-
Yeah,
The forehead
mouth
is
is-
huge. He looks like he has an allergic reaction. Like that's seriously
You're
where
stung
it's
by a
at.
bee.
Like, yeah, he got stung by a bee. Like it's like while you guys are talking, I'm looking at the original proto pictures. That is Timothy Oliphant in the proto photo. This final one, it's a bait and switch, guys. This looks nothing like we were shown before. Like I'm not gonna mince words at all. This is
I think this. Yeah. I don't
Sneaker?
think so.
Good.
I don't think so.
Sneaker?
I think it's definitely like it's not exact to the prototype, but I thought side by side they still look similar, but I feel like for some reason it looks harsh in the release. Like some of the lighting in this, like this picture, Graham, if you go back to the one that you just showed, the one that you just showed looks a lot worse to me than that one. Looks a lot worse. Look how much harsh lighting they have on his
the
face.
exposure here.
Yeah, and then like go to the next one where it's a little bit softer, and then when you look at pictures in hand, it's definitely not nearly as bad as some of these photos of like what people like the pictures in hand.
Oh yeah, that's
It's-
much better. Look at that.
Definitely,
Oh yeah, that is.
that looks way better than the picture of I think of him of his face. Being,
I don't
really
like the
shiny
open
white.
mouth. I think
The open mouth is the thing that like when I saw this, and I thought the prototype like looks like Timothy Oliphant. I think this one does, but the mouth is
pull,
the
by the
part that throws me off. The mouth is the part that throws me off with like the teeth. There's something weird about this, like the shape of the mouth and the teeth. But like if you look at the box art picture, it looks like the box art looks like him to me. There's also like this is
but
this is one of the figures I feel like for me that
That's
it's
the
gonna
thing, though.
look.
that is different. That looks like the prototype photo,
Yes,
Yeah.
and what's
Interesting.
inside is not what that is out there.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
a
I
good
think
Boba Fett figure actually.
Graham,
I
is it
think,
possible for you to pull up the proto so we can kind of compare the two of them side by side as best as we can here? Because
Possible.
yeah, it's a huge difference. Like
Can you also pull up Billy Bob Thornton from Bad Santa?
Oh man.
He looks just like
for reference.
Yeah, I think in general this one is going to be like, it seems like one of those figures that looking at it at different angles has a better representation, and looking at other angles does not look good.
It looks softer in the prototype. Like
Yeah,
he looks
for
older
sure.
in the
For sure.
But
I feel like I feel like there's just like I feel like the sculpt is pretty much the same. It just looks harsher and like a little shinier in the release. Like this definitely looks, that picture that you just showed was definitely one that looked different.
That looks like the one that's on the box.
definitely- Yeah.
And go to that real quick. Go back to the box for 1 second if you can. Just enlighten me indulge me.
Where the hell was it? Bear with me.
Okay, stop. All right, go back to that other promo photo real quick.
Yeah, it's a little different,
A
but
little different. All right, a little
I
different.
could tell that
A little
the
different, but close.
that the proto has a longer neck than the one that we see here.
Yeah.
going all over the place here.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Go back to that Facebook one.
Oh, Jeep.
Was that Facebook one? This is the release?
Yes, this is the release.
See, like that does not look all that different to me, because I questioned it when you went to it. I was like, is that the actual? This one doesn't, in this picture, it doesn't look all that different to me at this angle in this photo.
mouth
And it's
looks
softer
more
lighting to
open.
the prototype. The mouth does look more open. That's
And
like I feel like
don't
my
know.
biggest
Maybe, and
gripe.
it could be the way it's photographed. It could be. We've seen this plenty of times where we get it in hand and we love it. So that could very well be.
And I feel like
what's
this was a
going on
Doc Ock scenario where people were hating on Doc Ock, and then Brick, what did you say when you got Doc Ock? You were like, wow, this is much better in person. That was like one of the first comments you made.
Yeah, it's true.
Like that doesn't look bad to me in this picture. Like to me, I see Timothy Oliphant in a lot of these angles. There's some where it's like, yeah, this does not look good. But as far as in your collection goes, like you can tweak it to how you want it to look. I mean, I'm still getting this figure for sure because I love Timothy Oliphant. I think Cobb Vanth is a great character in Star Wars. He's going to look really good next to Cad Bane. I love the base for this figure. I know we're talking about the head sculpt, but like the
Simple
base
but
is
cool.
really cool for this figure with like the doorway entry. Yeah.
Let's see.
This one's a tough sell for me. This one's a tough sell for me because, for me, aside from obviously, I disagree. I don't think the head sculpt is good. I think it's really poor if I'm being honest. But aside from that,
Be
I had
honest.
my reservations about this one in the beginning when it was announced, simply because I didn't like the price tag either. Like
that's
it comes in at
pricey.
$300. That's more than Cosca Reeves. That's more than Bo-Katan. That's more than the original Ahsoka from it. I mean, there's so many other figures I would put ahead of him as far as priority as well. And then he came out with a $300 sticker price. So for me, that was already like, all right, that's kind of like strike one, because I don't see the value in that price for this particular character. But, you know, obviously it's an extra $15, maybe $20 in those figures here. Maybe if they knock it out the park, sure, maybe I'll come around to it and I'll pay the $300 and I'll get the figure, because, you know, why not? But honestly, I feel like it is a downgrade from what it was shown to us. And the prototype wasn't the strongest prototype I've seen as far as the sculpt is concerned, but there's definitely a downgrade coming from this to the release. Like, lighting or not, like it's striking out. Number one, the price is bad, right? I don't think the price was justified for it there. No pun intended. You see what I did there?
Good
Show
one.
justified. Thank you. Tip your waitress. But no, I mean, I don't think the price was justified. So that was kind of already strike one for me. Now these photos here, I'm not impressed. So really, right now I'm leaning closer 60-40, not picking it up. So the only thing that's going to save it now is now I have to see it in person, because the prototype was underwhelming. The release right now, even more underwhelming. The only thing that is, if these photos just are suck and the photographer needs to be fired and get somebody else to take better pictures,
The hell out of here.
that's it. That's it. Like,
That's
it's
not bad
not
there.
coming home. That's uber rough though. I don't know.
To
man.
me, this looks like it's really it looks really harsh. Like the skin tone and the look of the sculpt looks so it looks overexposed in some of these photos. But the mouth is a glaring thing for me. Like, the mouth looks so different compared to the prototype. That's the part that I'm like,
Just
Put the helmet on and be done with it.
And
if you cover his mouth and look
open,
up, it still looks okay to me. But the mouth has a problem. Like, there's something with the mouth for me that's changed. That's just not. Yeah, it's not the same.
This one doesn't look bad.
That's rough.
Oh,
I don't
gosh,
know, dude.
fine with
You
the
guys
custom.
got to pull up a photo of him.
I mean, what do you think of these photos? Like, when they do stuff like this, like, I don't really give a shit about setting a scene, but maybe that's just me. Like, I just want to see the figure. Like, we're in a dark scene here. You know, he's like, you got these other, I don't know. It's fine, but I just pissed it in morning, I guess. But this is cool. I mean, does anybody get him and pose him with the helmet on? Does anybody do that, you think?
I wouldn't do that at all.
Maybe holding the helmet.
If
Right.
I
I think
got
that's another
him, I
thing.
would have the helmet on.
I would do this. I would do this.
Yeah, I would
look
keep
here.
it
Yeah,
simple
this
like
is what
this.
This
Yeah.
is what
I wouldn't have anything
holding the bottle of spotchka, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and we're just talking shit here. Like,
Yeah. I do like his hair. I
I've
think they
seen a lot
nailed the
worse,
hair. The hair looks
but-
great. But
Yeah.
to me, honestly,
I don't like the open
Yeah, the
mouth.
teeth,
Just
like the mouth.
do a
just is
neutral-
not-
honest to gosh, though,
Right.
guys,
face.
if this was not a Hot Toys official blogger photo
Uh-oh.
and someone posted this is a new announcement from like So Toys
Yeah.
or something like that, it'd be hard pressed to convince me that it wasn't. I feel that strongly about this particular one. I mean, the open mouth like that there, it just, I don't know, it looks really rough. And again, we're talking about $300 for this figure here, and I'm not saying that's a terrible price, but I think that's, you know, when you put that price tag above all the other figures I mentioned before, you better nail it. And I don't feel like this was a figure that you nailed it. So for me, it's like, you got to be an Uber fan. You got to be committed to completing the line with this here, because I've got every Mando figure out so far. He's the only one that's missing. I just scooped up Coscarees on Black Friday deals here. So he's the only one left. And even I, a dedicated Mando collector, I have reservations about this one.
Sure. I mean, to be honest, the chat's being harder on this figure than we are. So I'm seeing some pretty funny stuff in the chat.
I
So
really like you guys.
Yeah.
You're welcome, America.
his face looks tougher than a $2 steak. I think if you squint your eyes a little, he looks a lot better. You'll just have to remember to squint every time you pass the portion of your collection. You know, Timothy Oliphant goes on discount. I might pick him up, but yeah, 300 is a tough pill to swallow. Brick, I know you're you know, Marvel's your focus, but is this something you would maybe even consider picking up? Or let me rephrase that. Even if you like the head sculpt, would this be something you consider picking up because it is more of like a side character?
No. For Star Wars, like I've said before, I'm focusing more on like main characters, for the most part. And then of course with this head sculpt, the way it turned out, it went from like an 80% no to a 99% no.
Ouch.
And that's putting everything into consideration. That's me not liking the head sculpt. That's me not really going after these side characters, especially when they're very much side characters, right? But I'm not trying to say the figure doesn't have its pros, but just not for me, for sure.
Get on the wait list, people. There might be a lot of cancellations. Joey, I know. So like we talked about, you kind of just got into Star Wars with the Mandalorian. So are you pretty big on the Mando line? Is this something that you want to add to your collection? Are you out?
I'm out. Even if it was like 150, I probably still wouldn't get it.
Damn.
Dowdy.
Joey with the hot takes.
It's Miss Joey.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, it's like you said, it's a
harsh.
side character. It's just not. So I just want like Mando. I did. Well, I got not Coscarese. I got what's her name?
Bo-Katan?
Bo-Katan
Fennec.
for like
Oh.
I had to get that for Christmas. So, you know, if I had that on my list and
I had to get
I
that.
didn't. Yeah, I had to get it. No, but like I didn't want to buy it myself. You know, it was like kind of on my list.
Right.
Like, hey, if you get me it, you get me it. I mean, just had to put something on there. So
Yeah.
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 So I think this is one that I'm going to wait for Sneaker to get, and then I'll look at it in person, and then I'll decide if this is something
I'm getting
I
it
want.
still. I
think it
pre-ordered it.
looks-
I'm
You know.
getting this figure.
I think it looks better like this though. Like y'all said, I think it looks way better like this. Honestly.
I'll never put the armor on it.
Yeah.
Never?
Yeah.
It's just not. I'll never put the Boba Fett armor on this figure.
Yeah, I
And
wouldn't
this
either.
would be cool if you have a Cad Bane too. Cad Bane would be kind of cool
Sure.
with this figure
Yeah.
because that's whenever Cad Bane.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm putting him right next
Yeah.
to Cad Bane.
That would be a cool display.
Yeah.
He looks great with the armor on, but yeah, then it's just another Boba Fett figure. You
Yeah,
know? It's
I
exactly.
don't want the armor on it. Yeah. You don't buy this figure for the armor, you know? And like, I feel like that's something I get why they included it, obviously, because that's part of it. But I'm sure that had a factor in driving the price up because you're adding in all this, like, it's a little bit different than, you know, like a standard character with armor. You're just adding all these pieces in. So, yeah. I feel like if the price would have been a little bit lower without the armor, I would have rather have had that. But it is what it is.
Sneaker, question for you, boss man. If a collector needed some advice on whether they should pick this up or Orlando, which one would you recommend they get?
That depends on how. I don't want to answer that question.
That's
No,
the
I'm
sad
just
part.
kidding.
That he would rather
I mean, it
get
just
this
depends.
character than Lando for half
I'm
the
going
price.
to get
Who's
a
more
Lando
iconic.
at some
Starting the
point.
hashtag for you
I'm
here.
going to get a Lando at some point. If someone wants to sell me a Lando for 120,
Oh
I'm
my
all in.
gosh. Lord Almighty.
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man. Let's see. Maz's toy box says Cobb Vanth. That was an iconic moment though in the man. Was that Book of Boba Fett?
I think it was Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, that was episode 6 of Book of Boba Fett.
That
with
was
Cad Bane.
An amazing scene though with him, Cobb Vanth, and oh shit, I'm totally blanking.
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane, thank you. I love that scene. So yeah, kind of want to go watch it now. We got Big Rib. Hello, fellas. Glad to catch one of your lives. Hey, glad to have you here. Too sweet
Thanks for
you.
joining.
Thank you for being here. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Jedi says it's too bad because I do love the base that it comes with. I like that. It's simple,
So good.
but it's different.
Great
Like you
base.
don't have to
It's
go.
modular, which is cool.
Yeah, you don't have to like go crazy with the base. Just do something different that looks.
Yeah, it's like
Cool.
a really simple little diorama piece that if they did this more with figures, I'd be happy instead of just giving us a sand base.
Yeah.
Just add enough character to make it worth your while to have I don't use a lot of stands. I'll use this stand because it actually adds something to like the presentation of the figure.
It was Book of Garbage, but those two episodes were really cool.
Yeah,
So-
they were.
and Eddie never got his frog lady.
Damn. Crime.
Anything else you guys want to say about this Cobb Vanth? I think most of us are out other than Sneaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
Future-
The thing is,
Grail,
too,
everybody.
you know, he's
Future Grail.
waitlisted, so
Future
I don't think
Grail.
I don't know if you'll get him on a really good price. Maybe still, but
What if like this Filoni verse like blows up and then we see like the culmination when Filoni makes his movie and Cobb Vanth makes a reappearance and then like this
Yeah.
figure just goes Grail
It'll drive.
status.
It'll drive people. But hopefully, there's a 2.0 by that point. Artisan. Cobb Vanth.
Artisan.
God.
Book it.
Give him
You heard
those
it here.
wavy
Clip it.
locks.
Like Joey says, clip it.
Clip.
clip.
Clip it.
It's too bad. It's honestly like one thing too is like It's too bad right now that we have these 3 releases, and I know we're gonna probably talk about Wolverine, but that's another one that I feel like people think missed the mark, and it's too bad now we're getting releases, and it's like the excitement is dampened by a head sculpt that people didn't really expect, and like these downgrades when they've been actually like they haven't really missed the mark lately in a lot of figures that we've been talking about head sculpt wise. Like they've looked really good, and then they like back to back. It's like, man, what happened with what they were doing? It's a bummer.
Yeah. Speaking of
Lando
bummers,
2024.
Speaking of,
no, this is actually a figure I'm torn on. I've always been a fan of Wolverine, but I really like the Wolverine Origins movie, which a lot of people don't like. I get it, but I enjoyed it a lot. What movie is this one from? Refresh me on that one. Is this Days of Future Past?
Days of Future Past, yeah.
So this one's getting some heat a little bit for the head sculpt, for how it turned out as well. And again, I'm torn on this one. I would rather have the animanium. Is it the animanium claws? Is that animanium?
Animanium, yeah. Animanium.
Yes. I'd rather have those claws than the bone claws. They kind of creep me out when he had those. So, but but I do kind of like this. I like the black shirt look, and I like that with this figure you can get a bunch of different looks with the jacket and the other shirt and this shirt. So I don't know how I feel about this one. So maybe you guys can kind of point me in one direction or the other, like if I think I might want this or not. What do you guys think about this one? I mean, it's Marvel, but it's not like Marvel, you know, it's not like it's X-Men. So
it's not real Marvel.
It's not real Marvel.
I kind of put it in a category like how I put the category with the Predator. It's something that's really good. You have like a diorama base. You have the switch out clothes. That's a cool thing. You make the figure look completely different. You have the genuine leather. That's something you don't get with Hot Toys all the time, which is really cool. The jeans are something you don't get with Hot Toys all the time either. I don't remember the last time I've seen a figure with jeans. I could be wrong. There could have been one not too long ago, but the jeans are tailored perfectly.
Yeah.
The
seamless wrists.
The seamless wrists, yes, those two. There's just a lot of stuff about. I know the head sculpt. The head sculpt didn't
bad.
It's not bad. It's not. But I did see a side by side straight on, and it is a bit more wider, so you could tell the difference. But right here looks amazing. Like I'm not a huge I am a huge Wolverine fan, but not like too much. I'm not an X-Men fan at all, but I love Logan. But this one, it makes me think like I really want to get on that wait list now because it looks really good. But I just don't like those claws, like you said. I prefer the other ones honestly, but those wrists look good, and I don't think you get any other like hands or anything, but you don't really need any other ones honestly. Yeah,
I'm kind of in a weird spot with this too because it's funny too because it is Marvel, but it almost feels like one of those miscellaneous IPs, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not the biggest X-Men fan, but I like Logan a lot too, or Wolverine, but I don't know if it's something I like enough to collect. So I'm kind of in that weird space where I don't know what to do with it. Plus, I don't know if I'm in love with the head sculpt or not. So it's just kind of weird. But Brick, what are your thoughts on this? Is this something that you're interested in? I mean, you kind of had some hot takes when it came to the head sculpt. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, so first of all, I just want to go ahead and say that this is one of my least favorite X-Men movies, and I know this is a lot of people's like top X-Men movies. Like a lot of people like this. I wasn't a big fan of it. And I actually like X-Men. I think this figure, I think it looks better than the one we just talked about. But it definitely something that we were talking about in the messages, DLO. It does scream third party to me a lot. Now what Joey was saying kind of sold me a little bit by saying it's real leather, which I didn't know. I'm not gonna act like I knew that. And you know, the jeans, they are tailored very nicely. But the head sculpt, it just, I don't know, the whole his chest right here even is kind of cheesy to me. And was he like that in the movie? Sure, but just I don't know. There's something weird about it that looks very non-Hot Toys to me. Again, I sound like a broken record, but it looks more like So-So Toys or like Toys Era or something like that. Nothing against them, but it does not seem like it's Hot Toys, quality to me. Now, when you get it in hand, is it going to be different? I'm sure it will be. It always is, right? But with these pictures, I don't know. And then to put that along with the fact that it's not one of my favorite X-Men movies, no.
I think I know what the problem is for you, Brick. I think it's the bangs are sculpted and they should have been rooted, and I think that would have won you over.
Ah, sign them up.
You know what? Maybe.
No, that's a good point you bring up, though. You're talking about the movie, and the movie being part of the reason why you don't want this. So, that's a good topic too. Like, DLO, do you think this is something that you could just have like as a stand-in for just Wolverine as in a whole, or do you think it's just too different from Origins or the original X-Men movies? Could this be something that you get just for the Logan representation?
It's a great question because it's so funny how time spins. Because last week we were talking about figures that are scheduled to be announced there soon, and I kind of called out this figure to be one that kind of could be a sleeper, and no one's talking about it right now. And then they release it, and I'm freaking disappointed. I'm really, really disappointed because I wanted this figure to be as good as it was in the proto here, and this one kind of stings more personally because this was for me. A week ago, this was a buy. Now, I don't even want to touch it here, to be honest with you. And I'm being sincere. And it's not because, I don't like the character. I love Wolverine. Like, I really love Wolverine, guys. Like, on the Marvel side of things here, like, that's one of my top characters there. But the thing about this particular version is this is not a definitive, like, Wolverine. It really is. It's not a definitive Logan.
That's true.
And so this always had a hard sell here, which is why features like the real leather, the tailoring, the what you call it, what was it, the non-wrist pegged, hands and arms,
almost like seamless forearms type of thing.
Whereas like we're seamless forearms. So I mean, those are all really nice additions to it there. But what was going to sell this figure for me personally and get it was going to be how good that head sculpt was going to be, and the head sculpt. From proto to this, I mean, it doesn't even look like the same head sculpt, if I'm being honest here. And that's kind of a bummer because, like I said, that was going to be the major selling point because I already own the original Days of Future Past Wolverine, the one when he's in his X-Men style future, like armor or outfit, you ever want to call it there. That's a phenomenal figure. Like, and that's been the best Wolverine we've had for years. And this was supposed to surpass that in quality, at least from the proto. But to be honest with you, if you put those toe-to-toe together, I guarantee you would think they were both made the same year. Because it feels like feels like a figure that came out 5 years ago, not one that just got announced and released yesterday. So, yeah, this one here, I mean, I don't mean to sound harsh on this here. It's just a matter of like, hey, this one was on my radar. Like, as of last week when we were talking, this was already on the list of things I was going to pick up. Now that I see the head sculpt, like, I could make a custom and do the same thing here. Why do I need to get this particular one here? I can go to V Collectibles, who has an outstanding track record making great head sculpts. I can kit bash the same exact look here and everything. Why would I buy the Hot Toys one? I mean, that's the
honestly the 11 Logan looks really, really impressive as well. Like that's one that I'd rather have over this. And I have owned that one.
And since time has passed, though, because Jazzy just took what I was going to say here. Shout out to you, Jazzy, for bringing this up. But, now that we know that Logan is returning for Deadpool 3, you have to wonder, is this one even necessary? Because you already know what Hot Toys is going to throw out once that Deadpool 3 one comes out. We're going to get a full, true Wolverine, like yellow and yellow suit and all. So, if you're holding out to get one Wolverine, I guess my answer here in a long-winded way is, like, now that we know that there's going to be another one down the road, I would skip on this one.
Sure.
If you're looking for the definitive one for your collection.
Yeah, no, the great points made by DLO right there. Sneaker, I want to get your thoughts too. But what do you think about Hot Toys missing the Wolverine spelling on the base as well for the prototype, not the prototype, but the final product photos?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Anybody?
What'd you think of that? Was that kind of funny, right?
Dude,
but kind of, is it unforgivable?
One thing, I'm shocked that no collector mentioned it throughout from the prototype photos, because it's in the, like, this whole however much time went by, it was there and everybody missed it. But honestly, like, that is like an unforgivable mistake. Like that's a huge miss. In my mind, that's a huge miss.
It
Like
just like
how
adds
do
to let's
you
make fun of this, you know?
like how are you? This is like this is like just like puts like this sums up the conversation that we've been having about this like the head sculpts. Like you have this figure and it's such a bummer and it's such a missed opportunity because everything on this figure but the head sculpt is like a hit. You get the real leather, like all the stuff that we've asked for and that we want. Like everything else looks really good. I agree with what Joey said. Like, putting the head, when you put the head sculpt next to the prototype, like how wide, like how boxy it gets.
It's crazy.
What is it? Optimus Prime was the comparison? Optimus Prime.
That's rough.
It's
the logo of Optimus Prime, the Transformer logo. That was brutal.
It's but some of these pictures also though look really good. I think some of them look like not all the head sculpt angles are bad. Like I said, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of collectors excited about this that are gonna pick this up. And like I said, you can change like the angle and the appearance of the figure to make it look good from certain angles. But I also understand the point of like you're spending, like DLO, like you said, for Cobb Vanth, you're spending this level of money. You really shouldn't have to do that to make a figure that's this expensive look good by adjusting the angle or changing the angle of the head, like of the head. Like it's nice that you can do that, but it's a bummer at the same time that you have to go that length. Another thing is like like you brought up, we were just talking about this last week, and you were like, man, this figure is badass. Like I remember you were like, yeah, I'm like, might pick this one up.
This is prime Wolverine, like Wolverine in his prime. I said that last week. I was super excited about it. So seeing this, it's just like, ugh, like, Sensei, can you throw up the original ones off the Sideshow website real quick and see if we can
I was just looking at those deals. You're absolutely right. It looks so much better.
Yeah, it's just like it's just different. It really sucks. It really sucks. Man. This is what we're talking about when we're getting these releases out. Like this one was one that I know a lot of people were looking forward to. And then for this to happen, but it looks like in chat, like a lot of people are still, I feel like chat has been saying like a lot of people are still,
I mean, imagine
like getting this one.
Imagine Deadpool 3 has like a freaking scene where this one is in there, like they go back in time, because I know they are, but you know, imagine, and then like this would be cool, a cool one to have.
It makes sense because Days of Future Past, right?
Yeah.
I think the base thing, another thing is like these deluxe bases, usually the nameplate isn't removable. You have to live with that. Like that to me remember how much this figure blows. Buzzkill, man. Like you get all this amazing stuff and then they miss that. Like that really sucks. Unfortunate. It'd be different if it was like the 501st.
It's night and day.
If it was that
you could tell just like right like by the ears kind of, you could tell. Yeah, look at that. That's
the narrowness of the wider of a jaw
right in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So this is the final product, and then
why do you like? I mean, you guys like DLO. You have like, you know, you've been in the game for a while. Like, can you remember the last time, like
year or two?
Like, is this a common thing where the head sculpt widens like this?
No, not at all.
Because Gilgamesh, I think, was another one that I saw earlier today online, where like they blew his face up so much. I just don't. Why are they? What's the deal? Like, why is that happening?
Well, you know what's very interesting? I'm glad you brought that one up here because I actually sent you that photo. You just forgot it was me. That's okay.
Oh, was you?
Thank you, best friend. All right, but
finally somebody else forgetting something.
Yeah, no. But seriously, you know, it's weird because like, and again, I didn't do the research, guys. I found it on Facebook like everybody else does here. But
that's where you did your research.
Exactly, because Facebook, that's where we get our news. But anyways, but yes, but I mean, as far as like the Gilgamesh that you bring up here, Cobb Vanth you're talking about here. Now we're talking about Logan as well too. Like, again, I'm you know me, I'm always theorizing. I'm always trying to figure out like where the connection is to this stuff here, and it just feels like when it comes to figures that may potentially not have done well as far as sales are concerned for Hot Toys, I question and wonder, were these figures that were not as sought out or possibly pre-ordered on the level of some of our other figures? Because I feel like we've been talking about Hot Toys has been on a good streak lately. Like they've been really strong. We haven't had any misses. And then we have
line. Really good.
Yeah, we kind of gloss over Gilgamesh because we're not, you know, crazy about the movie, and it's not, you know, obviously for everybody, but we can't ignore what was happening with Cobb Vanth. It definitely for me it's a miss. And the Logan, I think it's unanimous here. We all definitely all agree this is definitely far different completely different from what we were shown to begin with here. So I question if people didn't pre-order this here, and I think this was a matter of we need to get these out and just fulfilling orders at that point, because it just feels like it's possible. Because, like I said, this isn't a definitive Wolverine for a lot of people. This is like civilian Wolverine, if you want to be honest about it there.
Yeah.
And then you have Cobb Vanth, which again, as much I know you love him, Sneaker, but you got to remember, not everybody watches Mando. Not everybody watched Book of Boba Fett there.
The only thing I'll say is he went waitlist, but that could also be.
But everybody goes waitlist today. That's the.
But maybe they didn't order. Like maybe they didn't order as many, or we don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I get you, man. But I mean, I don't count that as like, oh, it went waitlist to Sideshow. There's no way that anybody get it. I got everything so far that's been waitlisted, so I'm not a true believer. But that's a different story for another day. But as far as on this topic here, I question if people truly pre-order these figures to the point where Hot Toys just let's get them out. Let's just get them out. Let's get them off the books, release them, because they all don't look like Hot Toys' best work. And the fact that they're coming out simultaneously, because I think Gilgamesh, if I'm saying, it was the last release prior to these, correct? Or at least very close to last release, wasn't it? Like Gilgamesh, then I think maybe Cobb, because it's been a couple announcements. I think Gilgamesh was the last release. So now we got Gilgamesh, Cobb Vanth, and now Logan as well too. So that's, I'm piecing together. I'm just theorizing here. I could be totally off base and wrong about this here, but it just feels like if these are figures that may not have been as well received and pre-ordered as much as other figures we've had here, this might have been one of those that's like, let's just get it over and done with. Kind of.
I hope they don't mess Toby up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, does this make you guys nervous? Does this make you guys nervous for other figures that are coming out soon?
No,
like because we talk about the holiday rush, they're pushing everything out. Like that's another thing is like they're starting to push stuff out. Like, are you nervous for anything else that's supposed to be coming?
Not at all. And I'll tell you why. For this here, this is in that batch of figures that were announced prior to everything becoming purse. Going forward here, everything since that's been there, I think those have been far more better head sculpts. So now obviously we'll see how they come out, but I feel a little bit more optimistic about that there. But I think this last run of figures that do not have the purge system on there, or the SURS, whatever they call it now, I think at that point it might be a couple hit or misses with these here.
I'm nervous about Mace Windu. He's like the one I'm nervous about. He doesn't have rolling eyes, and like the head sculpt, everyone's already kind of like, like it's good, but and like if it gets a decline like this for a Mace, I'll be sad. That's the one. The first one that came to my mind today. I was like, man, if this happens to Mace Windu, I'll be sad. Or I guess any figure, it really sucks. But hopefully this isn't a trend.
I don't think it will be. I think it sometimes happens, but it's definitely a little bit disappointing because again, it feels different from the Marvel line. Like it almost feels like it's a different IP,
Did they change his beard a bunch too in this?
Yeah,
like it's just so much wider and softer, and
he's got a
even the shirt.
Why didn't they give him like a sculpted beard like the proto?
Yeah. Even the shirt's a different color, at least in the photo of the lighting. I don't know.
Yeah, this one was on Facebook, and this is the one where I was like, holy crap, that's a big
even his
difference.
eyes look kind of wider apart too. Like there's a lot of.
Yeah, it definitely looks better.
Bang looks thicker in the prototype as well.
I don't like that little piece of hair. I know it's what he had, but I don't like how it looks. I don't know why.
Yeah,
it just looks like it comes out of the other hairs instead of like from his, hair. It just looks like it comes out like straight out.
Yeah.
Any other final thoughts on this, guys? I think we kind of worked this one into the ground. Anybody thinking about like, is this for sure out, or is it at least still a possibility? It's still a possibility down the road for me, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it for a price that I want it at. So I don't know. It's not likely.
I'm with you, Graham. It's a possibility, but not likely.
I think Deadpool, like the Deadpool version, would be a cooler version.
That's where
that's
my
Logan. I'd wait for Deadpool.
Yeah, same here.
It'd be a cooler outfit to me too. Like from what we've seen, like I feel like the outfit for a figure would be cooler in that, like that style versus this. Even though this still looks really good.
DLO, you've been around.
Yeah,
Joey, you've been around too. Would you guys rather have the Wolverine Logan or this one?
The Wolverine Logan.
That's
Yeah.
the black suit, I believe, right?
Yeah. I rather have from the Logan movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Same for
same
you,
with me.
D-Lo?
Because that
Okay.
fits my style. Like I like the bookend. I like to get like
Sure.
first appearances I can and last appearances. So that would make sense for me. Yeah. I'd go with that one
Okay.
too.
All right. Cool. Well, yeah. So that is another figure that's dropped. Will we get another one tomorrow? That's will the Batman hit this week? Will the Batcycle hit this week? That is something that we're going to be looking out for. And speaking of which, I just want to cover this too before we kind of call it a night. So I can't remember exactly whose photos these are. They were shared with me, so forgive me for not giving credit for whose they are. But apparently, the Batcycle has been released in Japan, and people were taking pictures of it and showing it off and stuff. So I just wanted to show you guys these photos too. I have this pre-ordered. I know Sneaker has this pre-ordered, and I think that's it. But we're all, we're really excited to see this and get it in hand. And like Joey said, it fits in a DTOF. So, will that attract more buyers for this? But have you guys, I know Breda has said, like, sometimes this happens where like a different country will release first, and I've only been collecting since the beginning of 2020, but like, it's weird. Like, how does this work where like Japan has released this already before Hong Kong? Like, I thought Hong Kong was the hub and had to release first. So can anybody explain that to me, or maybe to like the newer collectors out there in the chat? You guys know how this works?
It's weird because there haven't even been no photos or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm so confused.
Yeah, it's like
Maybe a different store, because you know how they have stores everywhere. Maybe a different store got them in before anything or something. I don't know.
Right, and they put
I
it
think
on the
that's what the guy
shelves
had
Yeah.
posted.
before they were
it
allowed
was a store
to.
in Japan. It was a store in Japan that had it already and was getting it
Yeah.
out. But it's still like,
But I don't know how that
without them
happens,
doing like
you know?
we always see like the
Yeah.
photos and them announcing the release. So it's
Maybe a
kinda
few
weird.
just got sold and they were like, "Oh wait, whoa!" They're not.
Yeah.
pull
probably-
back a little bit
yeah.
and whoops.
Yeah.
And
maybe,
like, it's
maybe
weird
it was a
because
whoopsie.
it's weird because everybody's getting hits from Sideshow right now. Like your last payment's coming out for the Batcycle. People are getting Batcycle
Yeah.
hits. So why are
weird.
like my one thought is, I guess like D-Lo, you probably have more to say about this because you've been in the game longer. My one thought is they might just announce this all at once with the Batman.
That would be cool too.
I think that could be they're gonna do a review. They're gonna release Batcycle, and then the Bat Signal's ready. And there's also the all-in, obviously the SKU that has like the all-in-one Batman with the Bat Signal. I could see them just doing a like release of all of it at once.
Yeah. Yeah, this happens from time to time. I can't speak of why one hub didn't get over the other one, but I can say there is a history with this here as far as here in the States, specifically through Sideshow and stuff like that. I think we just had, who just said that? I think it was Gables. The Jables just said that. Yeah. So there was people getting notifications
started.
here in the last 2 days here in regards to their orders being fulfilled for this year. So the last time that I can recall this happened here, it would be Bucky from Infinity War, and this is years ago when I used to pre-order like a good collector, and
Now you're a naughty boy.
yeah, I've been jaded, but yes, I used to pre-order, believe it or not, guys. And the Bucky was charged before blogger photos and all that stuff like that. And I think I actually got it in hand before they even put up the blogger photos. So it's happened. It happens. Do I have an answer for why it happens? No clue. You'd have to ask Howard or JC for that scoop there. But it does happen from time to time. Sometimes they get it in before they get the information out. That's really the best way I can kind of sum it up. It's rare, but it happens every once in a while.
This is one of those figures that would look amazing with the fusion reactor, though. The fusion reactor with this, it's gonna look so good because you're gonna always have those lights on. They're gonna.
But you don't need it.
bouncing
It's
off.
USB-C.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it
It's
is?
USB-C.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it
right.
is.
That's right.
USB-C,
Oh.
so
Okay.
this thing will,
Light
you'll
it
have the
up
direct
fire.
plug-in. So
All right, never mind.
you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I agree though. You have that yellow lamp in the front, and then the brake light in the back.
Bouncing off of like if you have Batman next to him, that would be
Yeah,
look so
I
sweet.
think this is just gonna look sweet. I don't know how I'm gonna pose this yet with my Batman figure, and I think this is going to work better for me personally than like the Bat Pod. I think the Bat Pod is less practical than this, just because I have a hard time. It's a little bit. It's going to be longer and whatnot. So I think I have a harder time getting like a pose with that, and I just think this looks. We talked about it a few weeks ago. Like this is sleek and sexy, and more like a Ducati and whatnot. But at the same time, I still think it has a whole lot of character and shelf presence to it that I'm excited to get this. So, yeah, I'm hoping I can get mine soon so I can review it and obviously get it on the shelf. But yeah, I need a Batman with it too. So otherwise, I'm gonna have to put like Val Kilmer Batman with it for now and just gonna make do. But no, I think it looks great. I know a lot of people are like it's too plain, but I'm happy with it. It looks amazing. Sneaker, any thoughts? Like anything change for you, either positive or negative, when you're seeing these photos?
I would say like I'm more excited. I'm more excited about it now that like I've seen these photos. Honestly, it was really cool. Looks really cool with the lighting. Yeah, like I know like a lot of people, like you said, like some people think like maybe it looks a little bit too plain. I could see why people don't like it, but I like the look of it. I like the look of this. Queso Blanco, I just want to touch on like his comment in the chat because he said they don't do the blogger photos of the bike without the figure. Like, do you think they would? Does anybody think they would potentially do that? Like, just show the bike? I feel like that'd be really weird for them to do that. So maybe that's like a point of why they haven't shown that yet, but they're starting to like get them ready to ship out. Because you want the Batman in the photos for the like on the bike, right? Like, that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to bring that up. But
that's why you'd almost think they'd release the Batman before the bike.
Yeah,
But I know
like
the Bat Pod came out before the DX19.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. This looks. I'm really excited about the USB thing. I think that's really nice. Yeah. Another thing is like I was just thinking about like with a picture of it like going across the DTOF. I thought about like when I had DTOFs and I had like the like Boba Fett on the throne that went kind of all the way across the same space. I was like looking at my throne over there, like this doesn't look like it's gonna be like all that big. I guess it's gonna be like I feel like a lot easier to display than some of these other like larger vehicles, which is nice as well. So
Sneaker, you want to speak to this?
Oh yeah. TK, this can like Underground Figures still has this on like available for pre-order. They've had it up for pre-order for a while, and they're gonna get them in. Like Sideshow, they get their stuff from Sideshow, and I was told yesterday, along with the Batcycle, that this is going to be coming in or shipping from Sideshow like within a couple weeks. So they're going to be like it's imminent to Underground Figures if anybody still needs a pre-order out there. So yeah, yep.
We got Low Key Collector in the house. What is up, my friend? Thank you so much for being here and stopping in. Appreciate you. Got to get Calvin on the show sometime soon too. Really cool dude. We did the DeLorean unboxing with DLO, Calvin, and myself, and that was a lot of fun. So I'd love to get Calvin back on the show. Thank you for being here, my friend. Any other thoughts you guys have?
Why are you? What makes you guys like not want? I was just gonna say, what makes you guys that aren't getting it not want to get it? Like,
that's a good question.
Well,
to me, it's not a. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it fitting in the DTOF though did make me like really think about it. Like I was like, all right, you know what, I might do it. I'm still on the fence though, so nothing really stopping me. It's just I got a lot of other things to pay for. So
that's there's a lot of stuff coming at the same time. I get it. How about you, Brick?
Yeah, it's just not a staple for Batman for me. It's not one of those. It's not the Bat Pod. It's not the Tumbler. It's not the Batmobile from '89. To me it looks like a plain motorcycle, but I understand why people are excited to match that with the Batman figure because it is going to look badass and it's going to be a huge awesome display. But I'm not planning on really getting the Batman anytime soon either. Maybe later on for a deal or something Batman, if that ever happens. So it's just not for me right now. But
fair enough.
And if you're getting like the all-in for the Hot Toys with the light and the big old base, this is not all gonna fit in one DTOF. So
right.
DLO, you kind of just made like it was like this or that. Like I'm going all in deluxe with the Batcycle instead of the Batcycle type of thing.
Yeah. Actually, and I kind of rationalized this on Monday. I was on Shane's show, 16 Figure Focus. Shout out to Shane. we kind of talked about this briefly, and it was kind of like he kind of sold me on why I shouldn't do it, because he had a cool game going where, you know, would you rather have this one or have this one? It was the Bat Pod versus the Batcycle, and you know, Shane and I kind of think the same way when it comes to like the movie perspective on how I should select and pick my figures and stuff like that there, and we kind of have the same kind of opinion on that. You know, it should be something that's significant and important to you here, and you know, obviously liking and all that stuff the way Shane always puts it. But when he kind of put me on the spot and said Bat Pod or this, you know, I was looking for reasons why I would want to get the Batcycle from a viewer perspective of enjoying the movie. But then when I outweighed the memories of how cool the introduction of the Bat Pod was for me, how it was kind of brought on to the movie through the Tumblr and how it all kind of worked into the movie, I thought like, man, you know what? I think the Bat Pod is more iconic, in my opinion, than the Batcycle. And for me, what I like about the Patterson design is more about the bat signal and the bat suit that he has there. So I would prefer to get the bat signal as opposed to the Batcycle and pair my Patterson Batman with that instead. Just because I feel like I don't want to rest my figure on the cycle. I would rather have him pose next to the bat signal stuff. And I think that's more of an iconic shot of Batman that I like to display it with there. And for the Bat Pod, I'd like to have either my Selena Kyle that comes on the future whenever she drops. Maybe we get an announcement for her. Throw that one out there, or my Batman. And I think either one I can kind of play around and decide which one there. But I think if I get the Batcycle, I got to put Patterson on there, and I'm not sure if I want to keep Patterson on a bike. You know what I mean? Because if you take him off, you know, what is it? It's just basically another thing he's standing next to. So I'd rather just go with the bat signal because I enjoy that one better, and maybe get the Bat Pod.
I forgot
vehicle.
In the movie, did he ride this with his bat suit on? I forgot. Did he?
At the end.
At the end. Oh yeah, at the end. Yeah. You're right. When they
or he was chasing Catwoman a little bit there. I forgot to close this poll out. So is the Wolverine coming home? 69% said no, and that was 39 votes. So 30% said yes. And I don't know what happened to the other 1%. So that's odd, but that's what the vote said.
Wait. So DLO, I remember that stream, and you picked the Terminator 2 over Dark Knight, didn't you?
Yeah, that's a cheat for me here. I'm an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, so Arnold over the world. Straight up.
All right.
Arnold will bank the Dark Knight. You understand? Like 40% body fat.
Okay.
Like, no.
Never mind.
Well, hopefully this Batcycle actually gets like officially released soon, so we can all get our Batcycles. But yeah, we definitely need the Battinson Batman as well to pair with it. So hopefully that is not far behind. I would say definitely this December we should be getting them both. I want to end the show with this because we kind of started with it and it's on the title, so we got to talk about it before we head out. But somebody
misleading this shit title. We put on.
I know.
I forgot about the title. We got so sidetracked.
Where was it here? It was basically the Sideshow Black Friday deals. Was it boom or bust? Let's just start with, did you guys pick anything up from Black Friday? I will start by saying no, I didn't. Sneaker, how about you?
No.
DLO.
Yes,
from Sideshow?
Oh, not from Sideshow. No. In general, yes. Everywhere but Sideshow.
Okay.
Best
Rick.
Buy.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Here we go. Joey, did you get anything from Sideshow on the Black Friday deals?
I got close though, but no.
What were you close to getting?
The Mark 46 I saw was 35% off, and then I had $40 of Sideshow.
That's a great
reward.
figure.
Yeah, I've always wanted that one, and then it got renewed, and it was under 250 at that point, and I was like, oh, I was thinking about it, but I already have 1 through 7, so I'm like, okay.
Your willpower should be studied. That's a tough one for me to walk away. Even for me, that's a tough one to walk away from.
Hard.
See, I was close to getting Loki from Endgame with 25%, and then I had like $33 in rewards as well. But even at that point, I just couldn't pull the trigger because I'm still in between of which Loki I want or which combination. I want a different head sculpt, but I like the Endgame character. So I didn't get anything either. But What did you guys think? I thought like Spooktacular was better than Black Friday.
They gave a lot more.
Yeah,
Same.
30%, and now most of these were 25%.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was the same figures. You know, is this? What I mean is, do you guys have any thoughts? Like, is Black Friday kind of a thing of the past, or like they kind of self-corrected some of the market from last year, or some of the inventory, so they're not doing BOGO and they're not doing as high of a percentage, you know, this time around because they're kind of correcting some of that.
Maybe they're getting stuff out. Sorry, go ahead, Joey.
Oh, I was gonna say I think they're finally like getting all their overstock out of there, and after doing all those other sales they've done already throughout the year, I think they're finally dwindling down on things.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sneak.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I feel like they're probably starting to get a lot of stuff out. I think like we're talking about from a Hot Toys perspective, I think their biggest issue is all the statues they had for sale, because they had these 45% off statues. Imagine the amount of space those are taking up in their warehouse compared to Hot Toys figures. Like that's got to be an astronomical amount of stuff as far as
That's what I was
statues go.
supposed to getting was that Black Widow.
Man, that's got to be taking up so
usually it's
much
like
space.
$750.
Yeah. But none of the deals were good enough, you know, for me. That's you can't find elsewhere. You can find a lot of the same deals, if not better, elsewhere, or in like the buy sell trade group. So there really wasn't enough to. There's some figures that I need, but I don't need to get them right now because they're not like Lando. That's going to be a low price for a while, and there's a lot of stuff coming out that I need to try to save some money for. That's my. I'd love to buy Lando right now, but I need like. This is another thing is like I have Grand Inquisitor pre-ordered, I have Cobb Vanth pre-ordered, I have Batcycle, I have Batson. So like all those are gonna hit. You know, like Grand Inquisitor is coming in a couple weeks too. So or like gonna actually like be shipped out in a couple weeks to me. So like all that's gonna hit at once. I didn't really want to buy anything Black Friday. The Tumbler though is still in the back of my mind because there's still a 35% coupon for it.
Yeah. Luis, thank you for sharing the codes for the 35% off. Two of the lists are the same, and then one's different. I was a little let down with the list as well. Like like DLO said in our chat, like it's either stuff I have or stuff I just don't want. So like I'm almost trying to force myself to buy something because the 35% sounds really good. But
some of it was tempting. Some of it was tempting, but it's just like just don't. Because then you know, like if they're selling it that low. Yeah, if they're selling it that low, then you know that after all these sales happen, like it's only gonna be that or lower outside of Sideshow too. You know what I mean? Like it's just gonna make it lower anyways. So
it just seems like everybody, like not even in Sideshow, but just in general, I feel like everybody, like all the major retailers, you know, Best Buys, Targets, that kind of stuff. No one really had a good deals. I mean, did you guys see that viral clip?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah,
had a good deal.
Yeah.
If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, like a lady went viral recently because she pulled a tag out from the price.
I saw
and
that.
It was the same price, but it was Black Friday, just same price though. But it was a Black Friday
I think
deal.
multiple people saw that too. I think it was
no, it's a real thing. Actually,
it was like a TikTok phenomenon going on.
Funny thing was, I went to Target the day after Black Friday, and they still had those tags up because I went first thing in the morning to pick up some stuff, and I looked it up. It's legit. It really was there. Crazy. I pulled the tag myself. I saw that. So that wasn't BS. That was really Target. And guess what? That sounds a lot like the Sideshow Black Friday deals we got here. Because great segue back to our conversation here. Same figures that we always get on discount, still discounted.
Yeah.
Yep. The daily deals.
The daily deals. The daily deal Black Friday spooktacular extravaganzas, whatever you want to call it today. It's the same deal. I mean, the only thing that was legitimate was that Tumbler, but the Tumbler thing is just like, dude, that's not a deal for everybody. I mean, hell yeah, that's a hell of a sweet deal, but you know, that is a monster, and you're asking people to all buy that there. I mean, that was the best deal Sideshow had as far as for Hot Toys are concerned, but I mean, not something everybody was going to take advantage. Shout out to the people who got their Tumbler. That's awesome for you guys, but yeah, it was a letdown because I was hyping it up last week because this is the first year in a long time collecting it. I did not pick up something from Sideshow on Black Friday because I've always had, you know, amazing deals thrown at you that day. They normally do even what do we call it? They normally do a live stream as well too. Like they do a live stream from headquarters and stuff, and then you know, just like they did for Spooktacular and every other con that they put on the live streams, they didn't even do that this year. It was just go to their website. It was like almost like it didn't happen. Like it wasn't a big deal. It's just like, yeah, just
Mhm.
go on the website and here's the
It
code.
was almost, it seemed lazy or like
Very.
passive, just
Maybe they
very,
just didn't
okay,
need to do
we'll
it.
throw some sales up and then let's take them down immediately on Monday type of thing. Like I remember last year's like, oh, we're gonna keep the Black Friday sales going, and then they did our BOGO
I
and
think
whatever.
they must have been hurting worse last year.
Yeah, I'm sure they were, but
I saw an article just general Black Friday, like compared to last year, overall like sales are up like 8%.
Oh, they're
Because
up,
like now
not down.
they're up 8% from last year Black Friday sales. And I think it's because like all the stores are open because COVID, like a lot of people wouldn't even go in stores.
Sure.
But like we're up 8% from last year for Black Friday sales. So that's maybe they just like maybe companies are like people are buying more now that we're kind of out of the COVID piece too. Like we're kind of recovering from that and it's going up. Like people are buying stuff. Maybe that has something to do with it. But yeah, it was interesting that the deals like just not. I figured it'd be some better stuff.
I still scored some deals though outside of that. Can I share that real quick?
yeah, sure.
There's deals everywhere.
There's deals.
That's
There was
Sideshow.
deals. You had to look harder, but there was deals there. So I scooped up Costco Reeve earlier in the week before the Black Friday deals, which turned out to be a really good deal. I got it for like 206 shipped with the Comic Concepts Black Friday sale they were doing there. And I don't know how this experience is going to be because, sneakers had experience with this company before, but I bought from Replay Toys over the weekend and they were offering free shipping and 15% off. So I was able to scoop up potentially. I'll believe when I see it because Steve's got me paranoid here. He's really giving me a
With
sorry,
good
bro.
reason.
He gave me the
Yes,
you
I'm
did
sorry.
what? He gave me that thought there. But so I got a Peacemaker, which is scheduled to be here tomorrow,
That's gonna be
And-
great.
which I'm
Nice.
super excited about that one. You guys know that I've
Jealous.
been waiting patiently for that bad boy. And Electro looks like it'll be shipping from them next week there. So I got it, no tax, 15% off with free shipping. I mean, saved me a couple $100 there. So I was like, what the hell? Go for it. Shout out to PayPal for
You
protecting
can
my
always
money.
get your money back. You can always get your money back if it doesn't work out.
It's gonna be great. You're gonna like that Peacemaker, by the way, because I
I'm
know you're a
excited.
DC
He's
fan.
so
You're a
cool.
Peacemaker
I don't get
fan.
enough DC
Great
love,
figure.
man. I don't get enough. And they want to sell me
They're so cool.
Chrome Batman that everybody wants to pawn off on me now. When I told everybody don't do it, but yeah, that's all. I'm glad I get a proper DC figure.
Are you gonna remove the gun from the holster?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up when I get it, so you can show me how to do it.
Okay.
Is it easy?
Yeah. I mean, really, you just point a heat gun at the holster and then pull it, and it'll snap.
Gotcha.
Pretty easy.
Okay. I feel like I'm gonna screw it up somehow. But
It's just a thin. It's just a
I'll be-
thin piece of plastic going through the trigger of the of the pistol. So
Whoa.
you heat it up, it'll just break.
I just feel like I'm gonna call you in a panic. Like I broke the whole gun. What do I do?
Yeah. So no,
Yeah,
it's a good
that
find.
should be-
Anybody else get some finds like elsewhere? I didn't buy anything. Yeah. Joey's got his
Okay.
GoPro. He's
I
going to
keep
be
showing
doing
it.
a review.
That Black Friday deal?
Yeah.
thing.
GoPro Hot Toy review.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
There were deals elsewhere outside of. I did the majority of my Christmas shopping on Black Friday.
Well,
There were
and
just a lot of
Sneaker, you
deals
and
for
I got
items.
our figure in person. Like I got the
Yes.
Krennic, you got the Jawa 2-pack.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I spent over
yes.
$1,000 on Lego. So
whew,
That is true. Yeah.
Damn.
Brick
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Well, I shouldn't ask that here. But I was.
I mean, I got like Christmas gifts too for my kids that with Lego, and then I got the UCS Razor Crest that was 30. Man, I don't know if it was 30 or 35% off. I can't remember, but usually it's 600. I got it for 4-ish. And then I got a castle that was $100 off. Yeah, just a lot of good deals.
I
damn,
saw
son.
that Stark Tower Lego looks so freaking cool. That's one I might pick up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That tower is cool.
awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I think having said all that, I think that's gonna do it for us, guys. You guys were on fire once again in the chat. A lot of fun talking about figures and football and villains. Joey, thank you so much for
Of course.
accepting the invite to be on the
Thank you for having
Wolfpack.
me.
You are now a brother of the Wolfpack, so
So I
I'm just
can do
going to
this
give you
now?
this. too sweet.
Yeah.
You can do
I,
this.
did, I, caught, I caught you do it
earned
earlier stream prematurely, but I was very happy for you.
Oh.
I was like,
Oh
You
yeah.
earned it.
I was
Go
like,
ahead,
I didn't know if I was supposed to
I
do
saw that
I did
very
it.
early. You were
I
like,
did it
he's
real
like
quick.
this.
You saw how quick I saw it.
I did.
I mean, I did it.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I saw the.
Yeah. I didn't know if I was
All right.
supposed
That's right. Too sweet, me brother. Let's go. Boom.
to. Okay. Cool.
We'll
Boom.
work on
I know
that.
I'm biased.
We'll work on that.
You got to do it, Joe.
You gotta do it.
Oh, I gotta go like
Rick,
this.
show him. Too sweet,
Yeah,
me brother.
man. I know I'm biased,
Oh.
but this has got to be the most fun stream that we have in YouTube land. Like, I don't know. I am
It's fun.
biased because
I
it's
loved it.
something we do together. So it's so much fun shooting the shit with you guys.
Yeah.
And you guys in the chat again. I say this every week, but you guys make the show as well. So that's why we try to keep you involved too, so that you feel like part of it, because you definitely are. You know, we're a community and we're talking about figures together, and your input is just as important as ours. You know, we're not above you or any means by that. So just so much fun. So glad we have this platform to do this. So glad that Joey's a part of the community. He's a great guy. Again, go follow and subscribe to each and every one of these guys in the description below. You can find their channels. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back next week, and next week is December. So I don't know about the rest of the panel. I'm going to start wearing my Santa hat, my Christmas pajamas. I'm going to be getting into the festive mood for Christmas. I'm also going to be coming out with a Christmas wish list video probably this week, and then I have some lightsabers to review next week. So really quickly, guys, plug your stuff. Sneaker, what you got going on?
Well, I have this to open here. Ooh, baby.
Nice.
Ooh, I'm going to be opening this live unboxing potentially this week. We'll see. Yeah, Advanced Suit 2.0's Peter Parker. And then my D100 Iron Man is stuck in customs right now. I'm pretty sure it has like not moved in 5 days. I'm a little nervous about that one. But I'm going to be doing a live unboxing for that as well. Next week, it might be Friday. I don't know yet, but I'm going to do another episode of Revenge of the Sixth, my rebrand live stream, where it's just going to be one topic, and then we're just going to talk about figures, talk about random stuff. So I'll post that once I find out when I'm actually going to do it. But yeah, you can go check out the first episode that happened. Then I'll be doing another Collector Tour episode in the future. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of fun stuff going into the holidays. But yeah, excited.
How about you, DLO? You just shocked the world with your newest video.
Dropped the bomb out of nowhere. Told you guys like last week, and it shows up hours before the next show. I know I had it. I know I was gonna get crap from everybody if I didn't do it before the show premiered tonight. So busted my ass to get it all converted. I had issues with converting it to 4K. That's what happened with my video. My video was stuck in 720p hell, and the conversion wasn't working. So I got into 4K, but I dropped it late, or I guess early morning, depending where you live. And my top 10 video is officially out, guys. It's been doing very well. So thank you guys so much. I don't know how people are finding it here, but it's well over 700 views in less than a day, which I was telling myself and my wife, like, if I can get 100 views on this video, I feel like, all right, I got what I was hoping to get out. But 700, you guys are phenomenal. The community is fantastic. I appreciate the support. I'm always humbled by it, always shy about like when you guys do things like that for me there. But yeah, thank you so much to Graham and obviously the boys for always pushing me to do more. And it sounds like the community does like the content that I put out, even if it's never on time ever. But thank you guys all so much. So yeah, if you want to check out my video, it's now live. My top 10 Star Wars figures in my collection.
Very good. Brick, what's going on in your Lego / Hot Toys world?
Yeah, got content going on for both sides here. But the biggest thing right now is my new live stream that I'm doing pretty much a couple times a month, called The Life Lego Built, which is doing pretty well for just 2 episodes. I got one coming on for Saturday, 4 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be a really good show. So hopefully see you guys there. But if not, it's all good. But no, just a lot of fun. It's holidays, so have a lot of holiday-like videos. So, yeah,
It's fun.
it's fun.
And
Gotta
Joey,
make it fun.
yeah, you gotta make it fun. Joey, what do you have going on your channel? I know you're flashing that GoPro. I know you're itching to get that thing out and use it. But what else you got
That's
going
like
on?
the third time. Of course, Copper Drop tomorrow at 9 p.m. CT. Always fun to have me, Austin, good old Spotchka, and Reverse Zio on there. And then we do have a special guest like you guys do. Every week we like to bring someone from the chat or someone that's not as, well known out there and bring him in. And well, the guy that I'm having tomorrow is pretty well known. But I've been doing a review. I did like half of it already on this. I don't know if y'all have seen this already, but this was on Kit's thing. It's like a suit and body for your Bruce Wayne head sculpt from Hot Toys. I got that one. It wasn't too good, but I'm still gonna do a review on it. And other than that, I got Who's That Hot Toy. Everybody likes those, so I do those, and just whatever I get, I review. So.
Yeah, something I like about your show is, it's just it's creative as well. We all try to be different and be our own brand, and I think you do a really good job at that. So, you're definitely doing good stuff over there.
I felt like I was on it in here. I loved it. It's awesome.
Yeah, we appreciate having you. You were our little good luck charm tonight too, and thank you everybody for being here. Thank you guys for making this a weekly thing and just adding to the fun of collecting hot toys. So we will be back next week. Until then, stay safe, everybody.
Wait. Can I say one more thing? I just want to give a shout out to Joey, because when I started out in YouTube land, Joey was really supportive of me starting out, and I was on Copper Drop. So I just want to, I owe Joey a debt of gratitude. And I'm really glad that not only I met you guys, but Joey and the Copper Drop guys, some of my good friends as well in the community. So I just wanted to drop that tidbit before we sign off here, that Joey, I really appreciate you as somebody on YouTube, but also as a friend to me, and just being welcoming to me when I got into the community as well. It's been a blast talking to you, and I'm really glad.
That's kind of why I like to do that, because we get y'all out there, and we get ourselves out there. We just support ourselves, and boom, it's fun.
It's good to have just another positive, channel out there too, that's focusing on just the hobby itself. And this is our escape from politics or negativity or stuff like that, just something to enjoy with each other. And I think Joey does a really good job at that too, and
no doubt
it's just much appreciated. So good times tonight. That's about it. Anything else you guys got to throw out there? Otherwise I'm ending this thing, because it's
Marco.
You can sign
Marco
off.
Well, sorry, Marco said, is this Topo? No, it is not Topo, Marco. It is Kento Studios. So this one has just been floating around on the 1/6 Kit Facebook group, and I bought it. It's like $120, something like that. So
nice.
And I got the $50 scratch off too. So
I saw that. Congrats on that.
Winner chicken dinner. Congrats, man.
I got a $100 one from Kit one time.
Oh yeah.
And I got my low key with that one there from Endgame. Yes. But I just want to say something to Jazzy, because Jazzy made the question here. Unbelievable. I finally get this video out and you're already asking for the next one. So thanks guys. Really appreciate that. So the new video part 2, I am going to work on that tomorrow. I'd like to add Peacemaker, because I know he's going to be there. I'd hate to do a whole DC portion of the video and not have him in there if he's going to be there the same day I'm working on it. But I think that'll be a lot easier to do. First of all, just want to say shout out to Graham and to Joey and to Brick and to Sneaker, because I know it may seem like easy, folks, but these videos that they do, I'm learning how to do this myself. That is not easy. Like, doing a collection tour, in my opinion, is a lot easier than doing like a top 10 of your Star Wars figures. I mean, there's so much that goes into it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to go bald if I do this full time, because it can be stressful sometimes. So I appreciate what we got.
Do all that.
Graham, when he collected, had hair. Look at him now.
I did.
Sneaker cut his hair off. He's almost there. But shout out to you guys. Shout out to anybody who is doing this here. I mean, everybody, whether you like them or not, everybody's doing it. And now that I'm kind of seeing the behind the scenes of it there and how it is not as easy as it looks, I have a newfound appreciation for people who have the dedication to put out the content for us to enjoy and really just, escape, like Graham likes to say, from other stuff there, because shit's not easy, boys. That's some hard stuff. I don't know how you do it, but the collection tour will be a hell of a lot easier to film. So I'm going to, like I said, get Peacemaker in. Hopefully there's no delays and it comes in and I can film that part of it there. and I'm going to be off the next 3 days, so I'm going to have plenty of time to work on it. So I'm shooting to just get it out by Saturday. I think I should have enough time there. So yeah, part 2 of the collection tour will be shot tomorrow and hopefully completed by Friday and posted Saturday. So stay tuned for that.
Very good. No, I appreciate you saying that. You know, it is a lot of work making these videos, and it can be grueling, and sometimes, you know, not a lot of people watch it, but it's still fun to do, and yeah, I think it's still rewarding just to get that out there. And but yeah, it is a lot of work. So when people kind of sometimes shit on your video, it's like, well, make a video and do one better than me then, you know.
Right.
But yeah, no, you guys have all been great in the community, and this is, again, just so much fun to do. So that's why we keep doing it. If this was not fun, we would stop doing it. So and if this was not fun, we would not be doing 2.5-hour streams every week, because every week I'm like, we're doing 1.5 hours to 2 hours, and then you know, we go longer because it's just so much fun. So that's because it's just it's fun talking with people from across the country and sharing in this hobby. So yeah, good times. Looking forward to December because it is time for Christmas. So lots of fun coming on the channel. We're going to have a lot of good topics. So come back next week. We'll be here at the same time. Until next time, stay safe out there and see you soon. Good night. Too sweet.